Walt. A Senate hearing on worldwide threats, and today top intelligence officials will be quizzed again.
Top national security officials return to Capitol Hill today to face lawmakers in the House. They include some of those on that Signal group chat. Tulsi Gabbard, the DNI director, John Ratcliffe, CIA director, Kash Patel, FBI director, as well as the heads of the NSA and DIA.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky saying overnight Russian drone attacks damage infrastructure in a Ukrainian city. Posting on X, launching such large-scale attacks after ceasefire negotiations, a clear signal to the world that Moscow is not going to pursue real peace. America's listening to Fox News.
Artesia Rodeo Days is heading to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds March 27th, 28th, and 29th. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the rodeo begins at 7:30 nightly. Enjoy front row family fun, a calf scramble for the kids, trick riding, the rankest bulls and broncos on the circuit, as well as full concessions, food trucks and vendors, and New Mexico's own Blackcock Brewery on site. Help them pack the house every night at the upcoming Artesia Rodeo Days, coming to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds March 27th, 28th, and 29th. Gates open at 6 p.m. Rodeo starts at 7:30 nightly. Thank you to sponsors KC Light Towers, Amigo Machinery in Roswell, Benny's Western Store in Artesia, and Tape Branch Artesia. Early bird tickets are only $10 and available in Artesia at Benny's Western Store and Tape Branch, in Roswell at Amigo Machinery, and in Carlsbad at Forest Tire. Gate tickets will be $15, or you can find them online at rodeoticket.com. Ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. Right now, receive 2.9% APR for 72 months on select 2025 Silverado 1500 models. Our new vehicle specialists are here to assist you throughout the entire hassle-free buying experience. We have a great selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs to choose from and look forward to seeing you here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
Offer ends March 31st, 2025. APR for well-qualified buyers on approved credit. Visit GuyChevy.com.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure. Eye-catching? Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Entered the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Lapco, Byrne, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap, offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
At National Furniture Liquidators, it's a tax time truckload sale featuring famous Ashley brand furniture. Truckload savings like your choice. 4-piece queen bedrooms just $588. Entertainment centers $148. A 5-piece pub set $295, or an Ashley reclining sofa or love seat just $588 each. Many more savings plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Ashley Tax Time Truckload Sale. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats Shorty.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks, the sporty Sentra, or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on Sentra. For JD Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. For well-qualified buyers, 3.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2025 Sentra and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment. 60 months financing at $1,837 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to residency restrictions. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Offer ends 3/31/25.
Southeast New Mexico weather. Southeast New Mexico forecast on this Wednesday morning as temperatures will reach by this afternoon to 80 degrees in Roswell with a 30% chance for showers and thunderstorms. In Carlsbad, Artesia, 83 degrees and a 30% chance for thunderstorms. And a 30% chance for thunderstorms at our radio studios in Lovington at 80 degrees. Our temperatures by tomorrow will drop at 78 degrees in Lovington. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Please, the sun is coming up.
Did I miss it?
Come on.
Turn it on now. It's showtime, baby.
The new and improved Bee in the Breakfast Club. Now including Monica and Blake.
Get connected. Stay connected.
Bee in the Breakfast Club broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
The only problem with listening in the morning?
Honey, what's wrong with that man?
Laughing so hard everyone else on the road thinks you're crazy.
Do you know what time it is?
Do you know what time it is?
It's time to celebrate National Spinach Day.
It is March 26th. It is National Spinach Day.
Eat your spinach.
Oh, spinach!
National Spinach Day.
I got this can of spinach.
Dude, is this spinach?
You're supposed to eat the spinach.
I'm strong to the spinach because I eat me spinach.
3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. And good morning to you. I am barely hanging on this morning with the sore throat. Tom is back in the studio. He's got the norovirus, and he's ready to rock and roll.
He's got his
You
mask
ain't got
on.
it no more?
No.
So how does it go away that quick?
Well, because you feel it. You're not throwing up or nothing.
You feel it. You just you just feel it. Is that what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me just say, I feel it.
Man, you're halfway around the world, and he got you sick.
Yeah, right?
I'm telling. I've slept the entire. I didn't wake up until 9. Woke up for a little while. Didn't even go to the gym, and then went back to sleep about noontime and slept to 5.
Hey.
Dude. Yeah, that's not like me, but sleep is good. Maybe I slept enough to get rid of it. That's the.
It is how your body recuperates.
That's what I was going to say. Sleep as much as your body wants to, especially when you're feeling down. That's like telltale sign of, hey, I need some rest.
That's what I did.
Good for you, Tom. You feel better?
Mm-hmm.
Good. We're happy you're back, and I'm glad you have on that mask that barely fits you.
I feel I got COVID or something.
No, we don't speak that in the studio.
Hey, well, I'm going to be honest.
He'll end up with it like 2 or 3 times.
I used that C word this morning because I had no taste.
Ay.
Well, not having taste. Oh, wait, you meant really no taste. I meant just not having taste.
That was determined a long time ago, but
no, but how long have you been without taste?
2 days.
All right.
Started yesterday,
1975,
and then today. Everything kind of tastes salty too. It's weird. It's weird.
Did I ever tell y'all my COVID story?
Your what?
So
my COVID story? I'll save it for another day.
Story?
Yeah.
COVID story.
When I got COVID.
No, you told us the Coke story.
The Coke story. Be quiet. I when I got COVID, that's how I knew that I had it, because I couldn't taste or smell.
Right.
But I didn't say a word to anybody. I didn't make a big deal. I didn't go to the doctor.
No emergency room?
No emergency room, nothing. I went into
one. Wait. You did not go to the emergency room?
Not at all.
Sure. I mean, Tom will fart too loud and go to the emergency room.
You darn tootin'.
I thought
Dude, they must know you by name. They must know you by name. They're like, oh, here comes that guy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What is it today, Tom?
No. I know the nurse. I guarantee you the nurse, the male nurse there is like, okay, Tom, what's up today?
Right.
Oh, my Lord.
Hey, check this out. He still has on his hospital bracelet.
Yes.
He will do that. That'll be 2 weeks before he takes it off.
It took him, I actually cut him off last time because it was 2 weeks not cutting. So let me ask
He can't take
question.
a shower while he has it on.
Yes, I do.
It took you 6 days to take a shower last
Ay,
week.
Dios mío, Tom.
When's the last time you've taken a shower?
Yesterday.
Oh, thank God for the little things.
Yep.
Yesterday.
Thank God for that. Today is American Red Cross Giving Day, whole grain day, Legal Assistance Day, Manatee Appreciation Day, Little Red Wagon Day, Make Up Your Own Holiday today, Spinach Day, Purple Day, Solitude Day, Spinach Festival Day. You know where the Spinach Festival is going on, Tom?
In Milwaukee.
Carrizo Springs, Texas.
Get out, for real.
Yeah. And World Math Day happening. You been to Carrizo Springs?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Oh, years ago.
Yeah, well, where is that located?
Somewhere in Carrizo.
No.
He wants to know how you get there.
Okay, I don't even remember. That was 40 years ago I went there.
So you have no idea. You remember that you went there?
Mm-hmm.
What did your parents say about it when they took you there?
I went by myself one day. I got lost.
Oh, I believe that.
I don't think you could get lost and end up in Carrizo Springs.
Come on, Kevin. He could get lost and end up anywhere.
Yeah. True.
I just don't think you could get lost. There's a city that's located right next to Carrizo Springs. Name the city.
I don't even remember, to tell you the truth. It's so long ago.
Yeah, I bet it is. How about Crystal City? Uvalde is about 35 miles up the road.
Piedras
Eagle
Negras.
Pass right up the road. Yeah, right there.
Piedras Negras.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're not that
that's
far.
right. I was there when I went to see you.
No, we didn't go through Crystal City. Sorry, bro. I'm not gonna help you keep the lie up. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
That's what it was.
Just say I've never been there. I have no idea where the hell it's located.
If you go on down, you'll go to Hidalgo.
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
So
Never heard of it, but you've been there.
Yeah.
All right. Question of the day: the worst job you've ever had. I want to hear about your worst job you ever had. Please do tell me why it was the worst job that you ever had. Rosie O'Donnell says she hopes there is an investigation into Donald Trump's victory in the 2024 election. She somehow wants Trump out of office even more than the Irish now want her out of their country. Yeah. Rosie is the worst thing that ever happened to Ireland. Yeah. Well, since the potato famine. Yeah, that was bad. Potato famine was bad, but Rosie, I think, is worse.
It's kind of the same thing, right? Potato.
Oh, yeah. She looks like a
one of
potato.
them.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
Yep. And Democratic California Representative Maxine Waters suggesting that Trump investigate Melania Trump, the first lady, saying she's in the country illegally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Do you know her mom and dad are citizens of the United States?
Yes.
Yeah.
So is she. She took a test.
Yeah. By the way, Maxine, she's really wigging out. And when I use the word wig, keyword wig. Just saying. Key on the wig part of that word, okay? People Magazine. Is sharing the story. Well, it's true. Somebody ought to rip that wig off. Let's see what's under there. Looks like People Magazine sharing the story of a couple who got married in Australia last December, not because it took place in the beautiful mountains, but during the ceremony, some of the flowers were too close to the candles and fire broke out. All is fine.
It was a hot
but time. It was quite a scene.
Well, they were smoking.
They were smoking hot. And I did talk about this. United Airlines flight 787. Well, that's the plane, the 787. Had to return to Los Angeles en route to China because one of the pilots forgot his passport. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had to turn the entire plane around and bring it on back. Now, who paid that? Look, the cost of flying a plane like that is expensive.
Sure
who pays for the fuel?
Right.
Are they going to debit that out of his check?
No, I bet they don't. I bet that just is covered.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy.
How would you have liked to have been on that flight?
Yeah, that's nuts. That's crazy. By the way, our number 877-396-W105. Text line being brought to you by Kubota and Amigo Machinery. Check them out at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply and Heavy Truck and Semi Parts. They've got a huge selection, largest selection in Southeast New Mexico. Question of the day this morning. What is your worst job ever and why? I'd love to hear from you. 877-396-W105, broadcasting from the end of the Mountain Gods studio this morning. A check of the weather up next. Anything on the text line already? I got the tweet of the day on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rosie, this check says, Rosie is mad that the Democrats couldn't cheat like they did in 2020, says the texter.
Yeah, she's full out election denier now.
And this text says, Tom could get lost in Katrina. Whatever that means.
I don't know if it's Katrina
I've been there.
or Catarina.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea where it's located, but I mean, I've been there.
Yeah.
Why don't you read what Mitchell wrote?
No.
You go ahead, Monica.
Go ahead,
Mitchell
Monica.
from Lubbock said, Tom, you need to lava tu culo.
And Mitchell, you need to kiss mine.
What is...
Tom!
Senor Caliente.
Uh-oh. Monica, you and Blake need to make sure that Cochino Marrano actually took a shower and clipped and cleaned under his fingernails so he doesn't spread his nastiness to you guys. LOL. And no, do not tell Tom to sleep as much as his body tells him to.
No. So I got to ask this question. You were at the emergency room last week because of your
ankle, my foot,
swollen legs. Have you ever gotten a bill for all these emergency room visits?
I'm sure I will.
Dude.
It's going to be like 2,000.
20% of an emergency visit is not cheap.
And?
Why go to the emergency room?
Well, the clinics aren't open here on the weekends.
But it wasn't an emergency.
It was an emergency.
It was not.
Let me just tell you the way. I mean, I'm sick right now. I'm not feeling good, but I'm not going to the emergency room. I'm going to treat it, and then if it doesn't go away, then I go to the emergency.
Well, I tried.
I take medicine
I texted
over the
you.
counter.
By the way, you were lying so much on Monday. Oh, he's got to get tough. I told you I was toughing it out. And I couldn't do it.
You do need to get tough.
I tried Pepto-Bismol. It made it worse. So then I said, I can't go to work like this. So I went to the emergency room. By the way, I have the privilege of using that.
That was on
because
Sunday.
I'm a taxpayer. Hello.
Hey.
I'm a taxpayer. I have the right to go to the hospital.
Right.
Wow.
I'm
you
all
sound
like,
more and
I don't
more
know
like a
which way I wanna
liberal.
go here.
You really, really do. So, did you take some Imodium?
They gave me something.
Yeah, well, no. Before you went to the ER.
Pepto-Bismol.
Kevin, you said he didn't take anything.
That's what he told me.
Yeah, and I'm gonna need you to communicate with me whenever I'm texting you when you text me that you're ill, because I'm trying to get information from you, and then you just
dude will go
respond to
hours
me.
without. I sent him a text one day, and I didn't get a response. The next day, I sent him a text, and he finally responded.
No, I'll tell you exactly how our conversation went. This is what he texted me.
But I texted B. I said, hey, I'm sick of a dog.
That's what he says.
Texted Will. Texted Monica.
So, okay. Sunday, 10:59 p.m. Just left hospital. I got some kind of food contamination. Very contagious. Doctor said I'm out for 2 days. Okay, Tom. Did they give you meds? Yeah, got to go to Hobbs on Monday to get them at Albertsons. Okay, so you're out till Wednesday. Never heard back from him.
By the way, you can get Imodium anywhere, bro. I'm talking about even at Allsup's. You can get Imodium anywhere.
This wasn't Imodium that they prescribed us.
Monday. Good morning, Tom. How are you feeling this morning? Later on, going to Hobbs, getting medicine. Okay, good. Never heard back from him.
Deal. So let me ask this much: when you went to the store to pick up your medicine, did you wear a mask?
No, they gave it to me outside. You can get it on there. They'll get it.
Oh, you drove through.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Lot, yeah.
Gotcha. All right, let's check the weather. We'll come back to the text. Weather this morning being brought to you by Fenn's Country Market. Find them in Artesia. They got big specials going on right now, like the split fryer breast, $1.69 a pound. Also, the boneless sirloin cut pork chops, $1.99 a pound. Arm roast, $4.99 a pound, and cooked shrimp for $5.99 a pound. Get a head of lettuce for 99 cents. And get your red apples, 2 pounds for $1. Avocados, 2 for $4. Plus, they've got big specials going on in the deli department right now. Get a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread is just $1.38 for a loaf of sandwich bread right now at Fenn's. Plus chicken breast, $7.49 a pound, turkey breast, $6.99 a pound, and Virginia honey ham for $5.49 a pound. Looking for refreshments, they've got you covered with 12-pack of Coke, 12-pack cans, Coke, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, other flavors, $7.99. Check them out at Fenn's. Pick up your made-from-scratch tortillas. They've got them all at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia. High temperature today in southeast New Mexico, 82. Sunny skies, slight chance of afternoon showers, 20% chance of rain, 40% chance of rain tonight, down to about 55. 74 up to an 80% chance of rain coming up for your Thursday. I'm looking ahead to Friday, and it looks like sunny skies and looking good for southeast New Mexico. For Lincoln County, Ruidoso, 69 and sunny in the morning, 20% chance of rain this afternoon. And then a 20% chance of rain coming up early tonight, down to about 44, 50% chance of rain coming up tomorrow. And Albuquerque, sunny today, looking good, 80 for the high. Overnight low tonight, isolated sprinkles, 48, 20% chance of afternoon showers on Thursday, high temperature 81. And Friday looking good, up to about 80 with sunny skies. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by WWRV ×3.com, or call them at 988-0392. So they have 3 RV parks in Carlsbad ready to serve you. 162 RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps available. They've got you covered with everything you need. Wired internet right to your hookup. That's included in the price. Nice place. Street lights all over the place. They are pet friendly. WWRV ×3.com for more information. Parents arrested in Espanola for as a infant got exposure to fentanyl. The mother and the father faced child abuse charges after their infant was exposed to fentanyl on Monday. Espanola police have confirmed this. The department says the child suffered an overdose as a result and now remains in intensive care, neonatal intensive care in Albuquerque. Officers dispatched to the Presbyterian Hospital in Espanola about 10:23 p.m. According to police, the mother and the father rushed to the ER after the infant's condition became abnormal. Both parents regularly use fentanyl from home. According to police, mother told officers that she and the husband were recently had been charged with child abuse and a similar situation. So wait, let me get this right. They were charged with child abuse and got the baby back.
Man, B, come on.
The infant responded positive to Narcan. The father also had to be treated with a self-induced overdose symptoms. The parents are being charged with first-degree abuse of a child resulting in great bodily harm and third-degree abuse of a child. State Child Protective Services were called. No word on if they're finally going to take the baby away from these two losers. Thoughts?
So awful.
Thoughts?
Welcome to New Mexico CYFD.
Right.
So, I mean, you can throw all the money you want at this situation. The governor can say whatever she wants about it's getting better, but the proof is in the pudding. That's what you say, right, Tom?
Proof's in the pudding.
Proof is in the pudding. They got a similar call situation. And were charged with child abuse. And now they've got it again.
Unbelievable.
You know, it's honestly, how do you fix this situation? It's almost like you just want to bend the parents over and beat their asses with the dang paddle.
Well, the other thing that needs to happen is children need to be removed from homes.
Yes.
And I hate to say it, there are people that need to be sterilized.
Yeah.
There
I
are
agree.
people that should never have babies again for the rest of their lives, because we see it all the time that people have children removed from their custody and then all of a sudden they're pregnant again with another baby.
And I think where the system fails is not so much
You need to stop rewarding that as well.
correct, but I think it's sad when you remove the baby or you remove the child from that home, but then you don't have a home to take them to or another family that's willingly going to take them.
That foster care is a big problem.
It
Number
is a
one,
very broken system as well.
Well, and here in New Mexico, CYFD has actively worked against foster parents.
You know, you're right.
Yes.
I have a friend
because
who
their goal is to give the kids back to the parents.
And the goal should be to protect the
We've seen this
children.
how many times?
I mean, I've
Their
heard
goal is to do whatever's best for the kids. That should be the goal.
I've heard horror stories about, you know, not having enough foster parents. So these kids get removed from a mom and dad whose home is absolutely nasty, filthy, to get put with a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle who has almost the same living style, just not as nasty or doesn't have the record.
Well, I mean, how many
mom and
stories
dad
do we
do.
hear about the foster kids? There were the 3 kids that were in Hobbs, if you remember.
Yeah. Right.
They were with foster family.
Yeah.
CYFD let them go back to the parents who fled the state.
Right. They went to the East Coast, right?
Yes, to North Carolina. And the youngest one ended up, they dropped the kid off. The parents that got the kids back.
I remember.
Because they blinded the young one.
Yep.
And they just left it at the hospital.
Yep.
My God.
Yeah.
My God. People are
CYFD.
sick.
It's awful.
Yeah, people are sick. All right, thought for the day. We're going to get to that price of oil on the way morning show this morning, being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. They can take care of everything. Dry cleaning your clothes, pressing, starching, even wash, drying, and folding. One-stop shop. They can do it all. Walk in, drop off your clothes, pick them up a couple days later. and they're all good to go. Now, if you want to wash, dry, and fold your own clothes, they have coin-operated machines. They're open 7 days a week. 609 West Lee, Carlsbad 604 West Church, Carlsbad 406 West Cedar, and Loving. Check them out today. Las Cruces Police Chief calling out lawmakers for lack of juvenile crime reform. So the lawmakers in southern New Mexico are reacting to that mass shooting, but 3 of the 4 suspects are juveniles, and all 4 have criminal history. All 4 have criminal history. On Saturday, Las Cruces Police Chief Jeremy Story said he wasn't going to talk about politics, but on Tuesday, he wanted lawmakers to know that something needs to be done about juvenile crime. And it's just not in urban areas like Las Cruces and Albuquerque. It's throughout the entire state. And that's what State Representative Joseph Cervantes said. Cervantes says juvenile crime in his hometown of Las Cruces is a bigger issue than any one city. And this session, did we drop the ball on doing something about juvenile crime? The governor is always very quick to blame somebody.
Sure is.
You're right.
She's very quick, and she's blaming the legislatures.
Right.
Here's what she had to say yesterday.
Was done to address juvenile crimes. We have to have more detention. We have to have more expertise in this age range. We have to have more consequences for teens who are clearly brandishing and using firearms with intent to kill and harm. You know what happens to a mid-schooler who can't read? They drop out. You know who finds them? The drug dealer. The guy or the gal in possession of a firearm who should be in prison. And even with this terrible, horrific situation, 4 people arrested out of the Las Cruces shooting, 18 victims, 3 deaths, teenagers died, and 3 out of the 4 arrests, teenagers.
Yeah, I mean, she talks a great game, but she is the one that hasn't done anything in 6 years to really take a bite out of crime.
Right.
She is the one during COVID allowed prisoners to get out of prison.
Yep.
She is the one that continues to pass the buck with liberal judges.
Yep.
That in some cases she is appointed.
Yep.
So she talks a good game, but there's no oomph to the game.
Right.
Well, and be under no illusion that the legislature isn't acting without her approval.
Sure.
Right. When they do, we know that. When we know when they do it against what she's saying. But everything that they killed this last time, the bills that would have strengthened penalties and accountability for violent juvenile offenders, that got killed. Well, that was under her direction. You know, I mean, she has control over her party.
Right.
Right. So something needs to be done. I've said it for years. It starts with the juveniles, and the deal with them can't read and quit in school and finding the drug dealers. Look, it's a bigger problem than that. Do we need to fix our schools? Yes. Is it the drug dealers? It starts off with the gangs, and if they're dealing drugs, and a lot of these might not even be gang issues. It's just kids that have no direction in life. We have such a broken system. And when I say system, I'm talking about a family system also.
Mm-hmm.
We have 100%. Grandparents raising kids because the parents are in prison themselves.
Yep.
Correct.
More than ever before, there are more grandparents. And in the state of New Mexico, there are more grandparents raising children than almost anywhere else.
You know, Lincoln County, 50% of grandparents are raising their kids.
There you go.
Said that before, and I don't know if that number is correct. It sounds.
I know that New Mexico is a state. I did see the statistic that there are more grandparents raising grandchildren in the state of New Mexico, then I think we're number 2 on that list.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean,
But we have role model issues in the state because a lot of these kids see mom and dads and uncles going to prison for dealing drugs and being gang members, and they think it's cool. That's the role model. And I don't know how you change that, except lock them away, throw away the damn key. That way they can't get out and do harm to other people.
True.
Death penalty needs to come back to New Mexico. Truly does.
Good luck.
What do you guys think about the executive order Donald Trump signed? I'll hear from that in just a second. Donald Trump signed the executive order yesterday requiring proof of citizenship in federal elections.
I mean, isn't that what we wanted?
Well, paper ballots, passport is needed to vote, real ID,
Amen.
military, or
Amen.
You have to show an ID to vote. You have to show proof of identification. Tom, your thoughts?
Well, you're going to have to get your real ID come May. That's going to be the law here in New Mexico.
Well, and other states have already done it.
Now, is this going to be for any election or just federal election?
Federal election.
Gotcha.
Federal election. States can do what they want. Do you know how long we've been talking about the real ID?
God, forever
I'm
since
going
we've
to
been
take you. I'm going to take you back. When Cliff Pirtle ran against Tom's best friend Tim Jennings for Senate back in 2014. What?
I think it's 2014.
What did you say?
2014, wasn't it?
No, it was way before that. It was like 2010 or something like that.
Okay.
That was one of the things because Tim Jennings thought that it was a great idea to circumvent the federal government and the Real ID Act. So people like me, if I was going to fly, I had to go and get passports for my kids. And I thought it was an unfair, it was an unfair burden put on citizens because they wouldn't take the New Mexico driver's license because we were fighting the Real ID. And so that's how long we've been talking about it. And we're finally going to bring it. So I think that was like 2010.
Been a while.
And here we are, 2015. Crazy. But I think it is a step in the right direction. Now, the problem with all these executive orders, that you can always reverse executive orders. And this is part of the problem. The legislature needs to pick this up and take it a step further. On a lot of these things that Trump's doing, they need to do their job. All right, we're going to talk about
I've got the stats on the grandparent thing. And nationwide, the average is a little over 31% of grandparents are raising their grandchildren.
Wow.
That crazy or what?
I heard a saying not too long ago. I don't know who I can't say who I got it from, but it was if parents don't raise their kids right, they'll end up raising their grandparents or their grandkids, something along the line. If somebody
you're onto it. That if you don't raise your kids right, you end up raising your grandkids.
Yeah, correct.
And look, I love my grandkids. I love every one of them.
Right. I want to say I heard one of my pastors say it. If somebody from church is listening, quote me.
Yeah.
Right? Tell me.
I mean, I love my grandkids, and I would raise them if I had to, but I just don't know if I got the energy to. I mean, when you're in your 60s already and you have to, it's rough.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That would be rough. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I would do anything.
Right.
But man, that would be tough.
Right.
Well, you're raising a teenager over there. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, but she's pretty much most of the time she's good. So most of the time.
But that's not a grandkid, Tom.
Well,
No.
it's a kid.
There's a difference between your child and your grandchild.
Well, that is beast child.
Right, not grandchild.
But I mean, most of the time she's good. She's a good student. She does what she's supposed to do. Most of the time she listened. So it's, I got more problems with a grown kid here.
Oh yeah,
than her. Yeah, I got more problems with that. All right, let me get to the tweet of the day. We're going to get to the thought for the day. Price of oil on the way. We'll talk about Jasmine Crockett. The thought for the day, we'll talk about Jasmine Crockett. And a missing man in Carlsbad. We'll talk about that. Plus, look, Republicans are stepping up and saying, we did it. It's my fault. The Signal app, I don't know how it happened, but it's my fault. And the Democrats are making way too much out of this. Joe Biden left people on the tarmac. The whole debacle in Afghanistan, they didn't take that much attention. Oh, no, they didn't want to talk about that. I'll get to that coming up in just a second. Tweet of the day being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing. Roofing and insurance specialist, licensed, bonded, and insured. Local veteran Dwayne Pennick. Owner and operator, has been for 30 plus years, and they've had the A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau for 30 plus years. Call them for a free estimate. Dwayne Pennick, 575-318-9725. A Custom Construction and Roofing, warning you, beware of the out-of-town, out-of-state contractors, because when they're gone, they are gone. That warranty is not going to be worth the paper it is written on. I love this guy. I follow him on TikTok. His name is Reverend Jordan Wells. Reverend Jordan Wells. Here's what he had to say about Jasmine Crockett. Reverend Jordan Wells.
Jasmine Crockett is a ghetto. She just, she makes me angry. To think that she mocks a man that a tragic accident and rose to the rank of governor of the great state of Texas and has done a great job. This is who you elected, Texas, that would mock a person in a wheelchair. How low is the Democratic Party willing to go? How low are y'all people? If it was Trump, it would be all over the news. If it was Trump, it would be over on every station in America. If Trump mocked a Democrat that was in a wheelchair. But because it's Republican, it's okay. It's okay to mock a man that cannot walk. She's a ratchet. She's a sorry excuse for a black woman. We know she's single. I can't stand her.
Pastor was not holding back.
No.
He said, she's single. I talked about this yesterday on my afternoon show, and I was just thinking how disgraceful, like how embarrassing to be able to say that you identify with that person or with that party. And I went back and watched when she actually said it, and you can tell like there was a little hesitation from the crowd. But then she did.
You know where she was?
Yes, she was at a humanity. She was at a speaking for like
rights campaign
a human
event.
rights campaign. Absolutely,
human rights campaign.
She advocates for those people.
She's disgusting. On the inside,
those that didn't hear it. Here's what Jasmine Crockett said about Governor Greg Abbott.
In these hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So yes.
So, and she's trying to walk it back and say, well, that's not what she meant. But look, how many times can somebody say, well, that's not what I meant? When she said she was going to yesterday, Ted Cruz need to be hit full bore or whatever she said. And then she said, all I want for my birthday is Elon Musk to be taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, leave it.
I mean, how many times can you say, well, that's not really what I meant? No. It is what you meant.
No.
You spoke the words. You spoke them. That is what you meant. Here's what Greg Abbott. Yeah, Greg Abbott responding to all of that.
It's
mess.
another day and another disaster by the Democrats. The reality is they have no vision, no policy. They have nothing to sell but hate. And Americans are not buying it. It's one reason why Texas is going to remain red and why Republicans are going to continue to win elections across the country. The fact, Sean, is that Texas is actually in direct contrast to what she was talking about. Texas has ranked number one for the most new jobs in America over the past month, number one for the most new jobs over the past year and for several years. Texas ranks number one for the most new economic development projects for 13 years in a row. CEOs who run businesses have ranked Texas the best state for doing business for 20 years in a row. And Texas is in the vanguard as it concerns the future of the United States, such as space exploration, such as artificial intelligence, such as semiconductors, as well as power generation. The bottom line is that Republican states like Texas are leading the way, and with comments like this by Democrats, we will just leave them in the dust in future elections.
So let me tell you a little bit about Greg Abbott. And, being from Texas, like you probably know, Greg Abbott was involved in a serious, it was just a natural disaster accident. Yeah, a tree fell on him.
Yes, he was out jogging and a tree fell on him. Yeah.
In Houston at the University of...
He was like 25 or 6, I think.
Yeah. So the girl he was dating at the time, his fiance, his wife, who's now his wife.
Yes.
Cecilia Fallon. And she is the granddaughter of Mexican immigrants. They married in San Antonio. He became paralyzed. And she stayed with him.
Yep.
She married him.
Yep.
Knowing that they will never be able to have kids.
They have an adopted kid.
Yeah, they have an adopted daughter. Knowing that they would... No, daughter. Audrey is her name.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. Audrey. So knowing that they possibly would not have a physical relationship possible because he is paralyzed from the waist down, she stayed with him. And they've been married since 1981. And he has done more with no legs than people that have done with 2 legs. Am I wrong about that, Tom?
Absolutely.
You're wrong? He's wrong?
What do you mean?
You just told him he was wrong.
No, I said he's done more. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. You're agreeing. Okay. I was like, what?
And he's been a great governor.
Yes.
And I personally believe that he could be a great president of the United States.
I do too, but I don't think he's going to run. I originally thought he might, but I don't think he will. He might.
Yeah.
Anywho, to come back to the
Yeah.
Jasmine Crockett thing, I felt like she tried to incorporate a little bit of comedy to get some likes or some clout from that type of people. I don't want to say, well, I'll just say it, ghetto people. And I just felt like it was an even bigger embarrassment to the Democratic
And not only
Party.
that,
She's
did
just
you
a
see
waste of
her?
genetic
Did you
material.
see her grab a reporter's cell phone?
No.
They're walking in the halls and he's questioning her and she grabbed, it's all on video. She grabbed his phone. And Blake, she threw it down, didn't she?
Yes. She violently ripped it out of his hand and threw it to the ground.
Sorry,
Look,
man.
that is
Somebody
an
needs
assault.
to rip her weave out, remove all her eyelashes, and tell her, like, you ain't.
I'd be like, oh no, baby girl, you're going to jail. Yeah,
Well, but-
that's a
Yeah. And
that's assault.
And then you go out and you do all these things and call for violence against all these individuals, including
Amen.
a sitting senator and Elon Musk and other folks that you're calling for violence. And then you say, "Oh, I really didn't mean that." Well, it's too late.
Oh, I didn't mean.
Right.
And then
you
and
know-
then you want protection?
Right. And
Yeah,
and some
I did.
Republicans responded, and Riley Gaines, I love what she tweeted or what she wrote on X. She said, hey, I hope the Democrats keep using Jasmine Crockett as their spokesperson. They'll never win
I
another
do
election
too.
again.
Yeah, I do too. Carlsbad police seeking help finding a man, Gregory Elridge, 44 years old, 5'7", 140, last seen in a pair of ripped jeans, white shoes, blue sweatshirt, and went missing. Police are looking for him. If you know his whereabouts, Carlsbad police needs some help. Secretary National Security Advisor Mike Walls takes responsibility for the embarrassing Signal chat leak. I'll dive into that coming up in a little bit. But look, they had the congressional investigation going yesterday. And I wish they'd have spent the same amount of time when we left people in Afghanistan. Just nobody was hurt. Nobody was injured. You know, I posted something a couple days ago about this on TikTok. Yesterday, I wasn't on TikTok because I wasn't feeling great. But somebody said, what if our allies would have been hurt? And my response is, what allies? We were acting alone. What allies are you talking about? We dropped bombs on them. Nobody was hurt. And when they were giving the classified information, they made sure and went to a higher program and said, we're now going to move over to whatever it's called.
The actual secure channel.
Right. To pass on this information. So they knew, number one, that they had to do that. Look, we're in the first 100 days of this administration. Look, it's a mistake. Yeah, learn from the mistakes. They accepted it. Move on.
Well, and here's the biggest question. If you say it's a security issue, can it truly be a security issue if there was no secret or confidential information posted?
Yeah.
I mean, how is it any different than any other group chat?
Amen.
Other than the people who were doing it.
Is it a lesson to learn? Yes, it is. Oh,
sure.
I forgot to say one thing about Jasmine Crockett. Looks like GOP representative introducing a resolution to censure Jasmine Crockett on the Hot Wheels comment. So Randy Weber, fellow Texan, is putting forth the documentation today for a censor resolution against Crockett. We'll see how that plays out.
She needs to be censured for her call for violence against Ted Cruz as well.
I agree. Did you see the young man on the subway with the MAGA hat?
I saw it.
Did you guys see the video?
No.
I didn't see the video.
So this is in New York. This kid has a MAGA hat on, and some woman got triggered over Make America Great Again. She called the hat racist and said, if you blanking voted for Trump, you're a racist, she shouts. And then she starts chasing the guy, and then she falls flat on her face. She falls on her face.
Yeah.
Karen got what she deserved.
Karma.
Yep.
I'll find the video and send that to you. Tom out of the University of New Mexico, Richard Pitino, accepted a job at Xavier.
Really?
He's done. Yeah. So Richard Pitino, the era at University of New Mexico as basketball coach came to an end as he accepted the job at Xavier University. That's a very small college. I'm wondering how much money he was getting paid by University of New Mexico.
Well, here's the deal, B. Here's the deal. So much for the portal for these players. Everybody complains them going everywhere. But these coaches, they do their same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
They do the same thing.
That's a very good point.
So, who's complaining about kids hitting the portal?
Well, everybody is.
It's an accepted.
Well, you get 10 million here, you get 10 million there. Them coaches to go for the money too, you know. I would. And Xavier's a good school.
So, Mr. El Caliente over here. Yeah. So, how much money was he getting paid?
Probably $1 million.
So he with Xavier University signed a $1.2 million contract.
They got money there.
So how much money was?
Because that coach Xavier went over to take the job at Texas 2 days ago. Sean Miller.
Right. Yeah. So,
hey, B, we've got a phone call before we move on to the next
all right, let's go to the
story.
phone call, then we'll take a break. I got to get the price of oil and thought for the day in. Our number 877-396-W105. We'll also talk about consumer confidence. It's at a 12-year low, according to a poll. I'm not believing the poll. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, doing good. This is Frank from the farm today.
Hey, Frank, what's going on, brother?
Not much, brother. Everything good. It's just wanted to share some news. You know, that like that thread that text messages. So the guy that put it out there and broke it, Goldberg. He used to work for the Israeli prison. He was an Israeli prison guard, and then came to the States, and then he was at one point like CIA operative, and so he knows how to get all those links and how to get an invite. And Walt probably was texting with him. That's one of the things that he said he took full responsibility.
He said, but he said he didn't know him and never corresponded with him. And look, that guy was behind the Russia collusion also.
Correct.
He also,
Yes, correct, sir. And also, like on Desmond Crockett, that lady, she just, she's allowed, and she ain't got no
couth.
She ain't got no facts. She can blame anybody for anything she feels uncomfortable with. She feels uncomfortable, and she'll just, blame anyone in her past. She's trying to make it big in Washington, and like I've said before, Washington D.C. is the devil's playground, and you go to Washington, and if you're not a Christian, you get sidetracked by things like her. People like her get, there's a lot of good people in Washington D.C., but there's a lot of evil. So they can say that we are in great danger, and we are, but they cannot explain why, because they lie through both sides of their tongue and cheek. So we're in great danger. Okay, we're in great danger. Be specific. Break down the facts, but they don't, because they create the problem and then they try to tell us, we're fixing the problem after they created it. It's just like the judges. In South Texas, we call the judges los cuervos. No crías cuervos porque te pican los ojos. And in English, it says, don't raise crows because they'll grow up to poke your eyes out. So they wear the black robe, so we call them cuervos, los cuervos. And so all those judges that are against President Trump's agenda, they're liberals, and they hate America. They hate the American agenda. They hate the conservative people that voted for Trump and put him there, and to make America great again and beautiful and peaceful and have peace around the world. And that's what they don't want. It's like Prince, the King of England, whatever the hell his name is, Charles, I think. He sent a secret letter like 8 days ago. He sent a secret letter to Trump that he wanted to be part of the, what was it? He was inviting Trump and trying to make him like one of them. And Trump said, oh, okay. But he knows better that he is one of the main guys. The King of England is one of the main guys of the globalists. He moves big agendas against humanity. Bill Gates, Charles.
Yeah, Bill Gates, Soros,
yes.
The whole works.
Soros, yes, sir.
I agree.
Charles Schwab.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Charles Schwab, BlackRock, the whole bunch of them. Hey, Frank, Tom has been having a rough time. He went to the ER last week, so I thought I would do something special for him.
Okay.
Here we go. Listen, I'm going to do something real special for him. Tom probably doesn't get it.
Oh, God.
So, Tom, I'm praying for you with that. So, there you go.
Somebody,
Your mom never
somebody
told you
translate
that,
that for me, please.
So, sana colita de rana is, I don't know. ¿Qué quiere decir sana, Frank?
Cure,
like
cure.
Cure.
Yeah, like sana is make sure it cures, it heals.
Yes.
It cure, and cuando sana, it means cure or
healthy.
Healthy, yes, healthy. Colita de rana, frog's butt.
Is that what that means?
Right.
Healthy.
Tom,
a frog's
if you would
butt.
get a cut on your leg, your mom wouldn't bring you in. Santa Anda, Colita, little run on the and then she'd break out the egg with the okol. She wouldn't do that?
No, that's a lot of witchcraft, man. Come on.
We appreciate you have a good one.
Thanks.
All right,
Bye,
for KWFW Maljamora 105.1 FM, KWES 93.5 Ruidoso, and we're at KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. Mom didn't do that for you, Tom? I can't believe. I'm not even Mexican, and I knew that. Unbelievable. Tom, proving again, we're removing your Mexican card. Blake, fill us in on that helicopter incident at the Lee County Regional Airport yesterday.
So there was a helicopter there at the airport, and I'm not sure if it was taking off or landing, but it crashed there on the pad.
Oh, my.
And I crash is the right word because it crashed. But no one was injured. There's no injuries. There was no damage to any runway. It was only at the Lee County Regional Airport. It was not an airplane. It was not out on the highway. It was all confined in there, and no injuries, which means that either taking off or landing, whichever one it was, it means they weren't really high up in the air because the pilot was able to walk away and anybody else in there. So it was
awesome.
Whatever caused it, and it was just a regular helicopter. It was not the Care Flight helicopter or anything like that.
Regular chopper.
So there you go.
Interesting.
Damn it, a lot of damage.
Those things happen.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep, most definitely. All right, looks like the reporter is going to publish more texts from the Houthi attack and a group chat with government officials. He says he's going to publish the text. You know what? I have no problem with him publishing the text. As long as it is not I think he should send it to somebody first. Number one, I think the government should, that's the first thing. He should have sent them a text and said, you guys are sharing this with me.
All right.
That would have been the right thing to do.
That would have been classic.
But yeah, if it's secure and you can pass this on, then good. Look, they're owning up to it. We'll hear more about that later in the show. Morning show.
But B, for him doing that, is that really in the public's interest?
No, but I don't think the reporter gives a damn at this point. It wasn't in his interest for the Russia collusion either, but all he's trying to do is get readers.
Yeah.
His idea is not, he doesn't care about the public interest, Tom. Sorry. He doesn't care. Morning show this morning being brought to you by State Representative District 61, Randy Pettigrew, reminding you this government, attacking our way of life in southeast New Mexico, attacking the oil field, trying to change our way of life, trying to go against our school districts that have no problem with 4-day-a-week school. Randy's over there fighting for us. Just got finished with that 60-day session, and you can always count on Randy Pettigrew to bring his conservative values to Santa Fe. Want to find out more information about Randy Pettigrew? Go to randallpettigrew.com. You can also follow him on Facebook. Message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. U.S. consumer confidence hits a multi-year low. According to this report, consumer confidence index fell to the lowest level in 4 years. New data release
I think it
shows
12
that
years, didn't it?
as Americans face higher costs along with trade policy, the metric says that the economic futures are also reached a 12-year low. But when it comes to consumer confidence, we reached a 4-year low. Those findings show that the Trump tariffs and the trade wars are not very popular.
Well, there are fears in some financial circles about the tariffs, right?
Sure.
And from the general public, those that lean to the left or are far left are totally against this because they don't understand economics, right? And if tariffs have been used throughout history, it's the reason they exist, to level the playing field for goods and services
and don't
that
we
travel.
Currently have some tariffs?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot. It's just what is the percentage?
Yeah. So, and if somebody is not letting our product into a country like China, China has completely locked us out of their marketplace. Should we tariff them for sending their products? Or they should have to open up their marketplace? Yes, we should do that.
Well, and honestly, if you study economics for any length of time, you will become a big believer in reciprocal tariffs, which is mostly what Trump is talking about. And that's exactly where if a country charges 10% for your goods to come into their country, then you charge their goods 10% to come into yours.
That would have been a good point of asking Tom what that means. You blew it, Blake.
Sorry.
You blew it.
We don't have time for that.
I don't understand the 12-year and the 4-year low, because when it comes to favorable ratings, according to CNN, Donald Trump's ratings are through the roof.
Right. Well,
listen to what they were talking about yesterday. Listen.
I think sometimes it's important to do a little bit of reality check and take a little different spin at the numbers. I'm going to do that right here, because all we talk about is how unpopular Donald Trump is. But in reality, he's basically more popular than he was at any point in term number one, and more popular than he was when he won election back in November of 2024. What are we talking about? His net favorable rating right now comes in at -4 points. Compare that to where he was when he won in November of 2024, when he was at -7 points, or March of 2017, when he was at -10 points. So when you compare Trump against himself, he's actually closer to the apex than he is to the bottom of the trough. And of course, that's so important because Donald Trump, historically speaking, has had his numbers underestimated. So I think it's very important to compare him to himself to understand he's actually more popular now than he was when he won, or certainly where he was at this point back in his first term. The bottom line is Trump is more towards the
Agreed. Agreed. Look, there are people that hate Donald Trump and will continue to hate Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
But
price.
But
go ahead, Blake.
with these tariff things, the reason why the consumer index may fluctuate is because a lot of people are economically illiterate, and they're believing the spin that's coming from places like MSNBC and CNN and things like that don't like anything Trump does. So they're going to poo-poo every idea he has, especially if it goes against the left.
That's right.
He could cure cancer, and they're not going to like it.
Right.
Yep. All right. Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Cementing Solutions, a division of CUD Energy Services. You can find them in Hobbs on Magnum Industrial Road, SpinnakerOil.com for more information. They've got 25 crews in New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. 200 experienced cementing professionals ready to go to work for you. Look, they work for the largest drilling programs. Find them at SpinnakerOil.com.
West Texas Intermediate, $69.61. Brent crude checks in at $73.68, and the price of natural gas is $3.84. B.
Hey, thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. They got 40 years experience in southeast New Mexico. Dependable, boom or bust. They are there to deliver to you. On-road, off-road, no matter where you're located, they can deliver oil and gas products along with interstate batteries. 575-622-4160 or go to wakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is I've learned the use of meditation and relaxation to handle stress. Just kidding. I'm on my third beer already this morning. That's my thought for the day. 709. When we come back, we'll talk about two suspects in their 60s face drug trafficking charges out of Alamogordo.
Oh, my.
In their 60s. Yes, I will get to that coming up in just a second. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Wood Swan, woodswan.com, 575-430-2325. They can put together a wood slab dining room table or a conference table. They also do end tables, nightstands. They've got a 30,000 square foot manufacturing plant right there on Highway 70 in Lincoln County, there in Glencoe. And you can call Sherry this morning and talk to her, 575-430-2325. Got an idea, and they could probably make it happen. They use wood all across the United States. They import wood and build things to your customization. So get in touch with them, 575-430-2325. Southeast New Mexico. High temperature today getting up to 82. Sunny in the morning, cloudy in the afternoon. 20% chance of rain. 40% chance of rain tonight for southeast New Mexico. Tomorrow, 74. 80% chance of rain. Lincoln County, Ruidoso, 69. Sunny this morning, cloudy this afternoon. Chance of rain this afternoon. A 30% chance of rain tonight. And up to a 50% chance of rain tomorrow. And in Albuquerque, 80 and sunny today, 48 tonight with maybe some sprinkles. 20% chance of rain tomorrow afternoon. High temperature getting up to about 81. Monica and the text quickly. We'll take a break.
All right. We've got a lot of them today. Hey, Monica, what state? Oh, hold on. Cut him. Oh, gosh. I can't even read any of these. Some of these are not. Mitchell from Lubbock says, Blake, that was wrong for you saying you don't think Abbott would run for president.
Well,
Mitchell, you can say that because you're from Lubbock. Frank sounds off today, says a texter. And the Republicans admit when they're wrong and accept responsibility, while the Socialist Party, a.k.a. Democrats, always blame someone else, usually the Republican Party. You are exactly right.
You know, you can even carry that over to the show.
Right. This texter says, I was a foster parent that got divorced and didn't even have a home at the time, thanks to the New Mexico court system. And you know what, guys? They were still trying to place kids with me, says the text.
Yeah, that's right. Charge CYFD for the harm of the baby. This is going all the way back to the 6 o'clock hour. And then as a cop, I removed numerous kids just to watch them go back to the parents. It's very discouraging. And I figured out what Tom is with all his issues. He's a no man, pronounced woman. Glad you're back, Tom. Hope you're feeling better. Monica's secret admirer said good morning to the fellas and Monica. Tom, go back on vacation. and I will respond fast to a Monica text, LOL. B, you don't go to the emergency room over there because you have to pay out of pocket full price because you got no insurance. If you're in the States, you'd probably go to the ER here and use your insurance if you had it, said Mario B. from Lovington.
No, you know when I'm going to the emergency room, if my blood pressure is out of control and I think I'm going to have a stroke, if my fever is at 104, then I'm going to the emergency room. That's emergency. Hence the word emergency.
My blood pressure was way up. Thank God I went. Hello.
That's twice that your blood pressure has been up. So when you went for your legs,
your blood pressure was up because of diarrhea.
Your blood pressure was up when you went for your legs, and then if you went when you got sick, your blood pressure was up. Are you on blood pressure
just
medicine?
say your
Are you
blood
taking it
pressure is up all the time.
That's why you see the trail of pills following him around.
That's not blood pressure pills.
And Jeff from the Patch said, why does Tom sound like he's talking with a dirty sock in his mouth?
Because I am.
Because he's wearing a mask. He's got that sock that he cut off that he's been wearing for 6 days and stuffed in his mouth.
Now, to be fair, Tom is doing that out of hopefully to protect us from his diseases, viruses.
John from Seminole said, worst job I ever had was working on a survey crew in the early 90s when the oil field shut down. I lost my job, but luckily I only had to do that for 1 day. I got a phone call from one of the applications I had put in and was able to go back to doing what I knew. But them guys that walk them sand dunes, carrying them cables and stretching them out, I have a new respect for them, said John from Carlsbad. Go ahead.
Tommy Lover says President Trump should pardon Cain Velasquez, as he's always a big UFC fan and good friends with Dana White. Says Tommy Lover this morning.
Yeah, look, I'm split on that. I'm going to tell you why. If the guy was having sex with his 4-year-old kid, I would probably go off on him too. But he endangered other people.
Yeah.
High speed chase to shoot at somebody, that ain't cool.
No, I don't hold it against him for going after the person who was going after his kid. I would be in that same boat. I'd be like, nope, you're being taken out of the gene pool.
Catch him in the middle of the night or something.
Editor chick says, my worst job was AT&T customer service for California.
Oh.
I feel like I don't need to explain why, says that editor chick. Lord have mercy on you. And good morning, y'all. The biggest issue with these people wanting people taken out is the same issue with these kids and parents going into gangs. Accountability, responsibility, not finding or following their true purpose. Most importantly, love for one another. Ding, ding,
Amen.
ding. John from Eunice says, Greg Gutfeld was talking about the privatization of Postal Service last night. He was talking about junk mail and asked Tyrus if he brought the mail in every day. Tyrus said, no. Being a black man, we don't normally bring the mail in till we get the third notice. Oh. That's funny.
I saw that. That was funny.
All right.
That was funny.
Mitchell from Lubbock says, Tom, you're the reason my insurance rates are so high. You go to a dang emergency room for a hung nail. But guess what, Mitchell? And next time I feel sick, come over here and I'll throw up on you.
Why are you mad at Mitchell?
I'll let you see how sick I am.
So remember what we were talking about Democrats with the heart of hate?
Yes.
For this Domingo, he was throwing up and having diarrhea. He had to go to the ERs.
Good morning. Please shout out a happy birthday to Dan Calderon and Vernice Calderon in Loving, New Mexico from their cousin Cordelia. Well, hi, Dan.
And Denise. The Rodriguez family. Hope you have a great day today.
Happy day.
Cordy, what's up, girl?
The Abbott Crockett controversy proves that it's better to have no legs than no brains. A to the men.
Amen.
She's smarter. Look, she may be acting ghetto now, but she's smarter than you think.
I was going to say, in order for her to have reached the point in her political career that she's in, she's had to have proved having some type of wisdom.
Look,
she has a degree, but she also has ghetto in her blood.
Well, yeah.
Talk show host Joe Pags did a before and after. And when she was running for office, she was all prim and proper. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, she goes straight up ghetto.
But
I'll see if I can find that clip from Joe Pags.
You also have to remember the district that she represents is mostly South Dallas, around the fair area, and it is very ghetto.
Okay, we've got a few. Go ahead.
Like that's the only place in Dallas you can still get a house for about $40,000.
We've got a few more. ¿Qué pasó, Thomas? Glad you're back, says a texter. Does Tom have that foot and mouth disease again? Maybe. Tom, just tell everyone besides Will, your boss, to mind their own damn business. Only Will needs to know about what went on with your sickness. Listen, we're a team. We're a show. Tom's part of the show. He can tell us whatever he wants, whenever he wants, because we're a team. All right.
So you don't let family members know things?
Junior says,
And by the way, if he doesn't tell us what's going on, we'll just make it up. Okay?
Yeah.
Correct.
And it'll be really good.
We'll just make the damn thing up.
I sounded like Jasmine Crockett
I'm
right
very
there.
honest. One more, Monica. One
All
more
right.
because we're late.
Junior says, I love hearing you all every morning from Junior. Well, we love being in your ear, Junior.
Thank you, brother. All right, on the way, we'll talk about those two suspects in their 60s facing drug trafficking charges. Hakeem Jeffries calling for Pete Hegseth to be fired. And suspect accused of stabbing a Texas man 55 times got busted. We'll talk about that. Tens of thousands of cans of Coke are being recalled. We'll get you updated with that. 7:19. Let's take a break. We'll be back. News this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name for Southeast New Mexico. They've got you covered with all your siding, your roofing, your windows, your doors. Yes, they do all of that. Plus, if you need a metal building, they do commercial and industrial metal buildings. From start to finish, they get it done, and they get it done right. It's a comprehensive solution to all your construction needs. Don't settle for anything less. These guys are good at what they do. Thinking about doing a complete makeover of your home, siding, roof. They could do all your windows and brand new doors. 575-391-1430, Seminole Siding and Construction.com. We're on the Breakfast Club 720. Let's check in with news.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A Roswell man already in custody has been served additional charges in connection to a homicide from 2019. Police say 36-year-old Matthew Trujillo is accused of shooting 30-year-old Stefan Dorman Jr. after an argument broke out early in the evening of October 13th of 2019 in South Roswell. Trujillo is being charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and a felon in possession of a firearm. He was previously facing other charges in unrelated cases of aggravated battery, conspiracy to commit aggravated battery, 2 counts of battery on a peace officer, aggravated battery on a peace officer, and felon in possession of a firearm. 2 West Texas lawmakers want to divert about 10% of the roughly $8 billion that oil and gas companies pay to the state of Texas in so-called severance taxes to benefit oil-producing counties. 2 pieces of legislation sponsored by Texas State Representatives Tom Craddock of Midland and Brooks Landgraf of Odessa would redirect a portion of those taxes to 32 eligible Permian Basin counties to be used for infrastructure repairs, emergency services, healthcare, education, and workforce development. If one or both of the bills can get through the legislature and Governor Greg Abbott signs it, they would still need to go before Texas voters this fall as a constitutional amendment. Registration is now open for the New Mexico 2025 Summer Reading Program. The free initiative aims to provide focused reading instruction to 15,000 kindergarten through 8th grade students during the summer. The program will run June and July, and students will be placed in small groups with trained literacy instructors for up to 4 hours a day. The program will be held at literacy program sites across the state. Families can sign up for the program and locate a site at literacy.nm.gov. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
At National Furniture Liquidators, it's a tax time truckload sale featuring famous Ashley brand furniture. Truckload savings like an Ashley 2-piece sectional, just $7.97, or an Ashley queen mattress, $2.98, an Ashley sofa, just $3.97, or a table with 4 chairs and bench, just $7.77. Many more savings plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Ashley tax time truckload sale. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats short.
Tired of the same routine at your boring job? The Hobbs Police Department is hiring. We are looking for motivated individuals who want to start an exciting career today. You can start with no experience at $24.78 per hour, and once you're certified, you'll get bumped up to $29 per hour. You get every other weekend off, great insurance, and an excellent retirement plan. Together, we can achieve more. Call Hobbs Police Department Recruiter today at 575-391-2640 or apply online at hobbspde.com.
Guns, and more guns. Available now at Benny's Western Store in Artesia. New guns, used guns, lots and lots of guns are arriving weekly at Benny's. They still have plenty of boots, hats, shirts, and jeans, as well as purses and accessories for the ladies. Don't forget that Benny's always has free gift wrapping. Benny's Western Store, 205 West Main in Artesia. What could possibly live out here is a question you've probably either asked yourself or heard from someone else. The answers are all waiting for you at the Living Desert Zoo and Garden State Park in Carlsbad. Located at the top of the Ocotillo Hills, the Living Desert will take you through a variety of habitats, from the sand hills to the arroyo, from the Pinon Juniper Zone, and through the Canyonlands along the 1.3-mile self-guided tour. Features like the nocturnal exhibit, a walk through the park, including the aviary and reptile exhibit, will give you a glimpse into the hundreds of species of plants and animals adapted to the arid climate of the Chihuahuan Desert. In addition, the Succulents of the World greenhouse exhibits highly adapted plants from many parts of the world. Don't forget your souvenirs from the Visitors Center at the Living Desert Zoo and Garden State Park in Carlsbad. Open every day except Christmas Day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., with last entrance being at 3:30. Visit livingdesertnm.org or call 575-887-5516 for more information. Paid for by City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
Every weekday morning.
When I was 10, I lost my left testicle in a karate accident.
Don't miss the fun.
If you're flirting with Tom A., please let him know.
Slow down a little bit. There's a few people in the room that don't understand.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to B, Tom, Blake, or Monica.
I feel smarter already.
No, back to B and the Breakfast Club.
Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys.
This is not headline news. Today is Manatee Appreciation Day. So let's give it up for Andy Reid. Steven Tyler turned 77 today. His birthday wish is to be a dude that doesn't look like an old lady. A United Airlines flight from LA to China had to turn around because one of the pilots forgot his passport. Not to be confused with the Southwest flight from Burbank that had to turn around because the pilot forgot his flask of Jameson. Saturn's rings have disappeared. You know crime is out of control when even planets can't hold on to their jewelry. And a perfectly round egg auctioned for $500. In other words, some dummy got scammed into overpaying for a golf ball. This is not headline news.
It is already 7:26. Gas prices down 4 weeks in a row. Lowest in 4 years. Lowest prices in 4 years.
I believe that.
261 in Hobbs.
What changed? What changed?
Well, at one place it was at. The other ones were still in the 280s yesterday.
Were they?
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that changed is new president.
That right?
Well, and don't get too used to it in New Mexico, because your gas prices are going to go up thanks to your governor.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, no doubt. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. While you're there, check out the delicious tortillas made from scratch every day, multiple times a day. They're making tortillas. That's me.
Why are
making
you
tortillas.
clapping your hands?
No, he's making tortillas.
Well, making
the
tortillas.
motion.
So you got to make tortillas. So they're in there making tortillas multiple times a day. They've got super specials going on right now in Pecos, Texas at La Tienda. Split fryer breast, $1.69 a pound. Beef arm roast, $1.49 a pound. Pork chops, just $1.99 a pound. And cooked shrimp for $5.99. The iceberg lettuce head for 99 cents each. Also, 2 pounds of apples, red apples, the large ones for $1. Avocados, 2 for $4. Plus many other specials, including T-bone steaks, $10.99. And you could get the pork sirloin roast for $2.19 a pound. Coke, $7.99 for a 12-pack, along with Dr. Pepper, Sprite, and, of course, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, and Coca-Cola products. Well, yeah, $7.99. Check them out today. They've got all the specials you need. La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. New survey suggesting the majority of American adults living in Northeast Ohio want the Cleveland Browns to continue to play their games downtown at the existing stadium. Yeah, because they like to locate the, limit the pain and suffering to one location. That's why they want it there, for sure. Losing my voice again. According to new research, most American homeowners are locked into an unspoken competition with their neighbors for the best yard. Tom, you always cared about your yard?
Oh, man. When I had my second house, it was immaculate.
Aww.
I tended that yard like it was nobody's business.
So what happened around your bus?
I ain't got no grass.
You don't tend to the dirt like it needs to be.
You got a broom? You can go out and sweep it.
By the way, they got 2,000 homeowners. 76% said they feel pressured to do better with their yard.
I believe
24%. Yeah, 24% like, man, I'm too drunk when I'm mowing to give a damn.
I'm not in any kind of competition like that. I'm in competition with myself to slowly turn it into a food-bearing property.
Hey, Kevin, you do look a little pálido. You look a little pale today. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good.
You better go to the emergency room. You better go to the emergency room.
Do I look a little
or change the light out from a white light to a yellow light?
Like that? Oh, did he? Did he change the light out?
No, I'm saying if he did, it wouldn't make him as pale.
Oh, okay.
No.
Let me see. I can't see your full face, Tom.
No, Tom.
My
you're
eyes
not pale.
Yeah, your eyes look a little sickly too.
Brown, beautiful.
I don't think you look pale, but you can tell that you're not 100%.
But
don't worry.
I'm up
fluids and sleep, and you'll be fine.
Or the emergency
I'm
room.
Gonna try
or the emergency room.
Because I don't like missing 2 days. Today, Monday's a good day. Monday is a awesome day. Louis DeJoy resigned, and his last day is Monday at the Postal Service. Now, I know, look, there's a lot of people that are, a lot of workers at the Postal Service are like, we don't know what is going to go on. And look, I understand that. Change is something that nobody likes. But on the flip side, we knew change was going to come. We knew the gravy train was going to end one day, because you can't lose $9 billion a year and continue to think things to be the same. They're not going to be the same. And I read an article today that said, expect mail to be even slower. And to what I said, could it even be more slower? I mailed a package 5 years ago and it still ain't got there. That's a true story. That is a true story. Look, competition is good for everybody. Competition is good for everybody. Mm-hmm. I remember when I came to Southeast New Mexico, I had people telling me nobody does radio this way. And I said, good. Some of our competition today thought I was doing it wrong. Nobody does it this way.
Well,
no.
If you look at ratings, they're really not that much competition.
That's why we're number one.
So, competition's good for everybody. In business, competition's awesome.
Absolutely. It makes you better.
Tough loss.
It makes you better.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you better.
Right.
Tough loss for former New York Yankee player Brett Gardner. Did you see his 14-year-old son got sick over the weekend?
He was in Costa
Family
Rica.
vacationing in Costa Rica, and suddenly he died in his sleep.
Oh, no.
Asphyxiation, they said. They've ruled that out as a cause of death. They don't know what happened. But he died in his sleep.
Oh, be 14 years old.
Sad situation. Very sad.
Yeah, very, very sad. And Dolly Parton has a new single out. It's called If You Hadn't Been There. Debuted at number 1 on the country digital charts. It marks her first number 1 in a long time. Yeah. 2 suspects in their 60s face drug trafficking charges. And look, a lot of times they will recruit people that are in their 60s or people with kids to transport drugs.
Yes.
But these 2 individuals in their 60s arrested with nearly 500 fentanyl pills and several guns. According to the Alamogordo Police Department, they made the arrests 8:30 p.m. on March 19th. Agents with the White Mountain Drug Task Force and the Alamogordo Police Department executed a narcotic search warrant during a traffic stop. And during that investigation, they found 491 fentanyl pills, guns, and cash.
Whoa.
Craig Donaldson of Alamogordo, 64, was arrested driving under the influence of liquor or drugs, trafficking a controlled substance, and conspiracy to traffic a controlled substance. And Paula Garden, 43, of Alamogordo, arrested with drug trafficking charges. And they must have been on the Drug Task Force radar for a while. It's not like it was a traffic stop and they discovered all these drugs. So they must have been on the radar. Hakeem Jeffries calling for Pete Hegseth to be fired for discussing war plans on the Signal app. Is this a fireable offense?
Nope.
I didn't think so. I did not think so. And suspect accused in the stabbing in Texas. This guy stabbed a gentleman 55 times. 23-year-old man charged with capital murder at the authorities say he stabbed a Dallas man 55 times while helping him move out of an apartment. Ethan Isaiah Rodriguez of Dallas charged with capital murder, evading in a motor vehicle, and possession of marijuana. He is now being held on a $1.25 million bond, helping a guy move when the murder occurred. And you know the way they were able to pinpoint that it was him? Boot prints or shoe prints.
Really?
Yeah. And by the way, still had the shoes on when they arrested him.
Shoes matter?
And guess what? Yeah, the shoes matched up. Coca-Cola distributor recalling about 10,000 bottles of soda spanning across Illinois and Wisconsin. They believe that there could be some foreign objects contaminating the Coca-Cola.
Oh, wow.
Could be metal shavings and that type of stuff. Don't know. How do we beat the Democrats? How do we take advantage of these liberal judges? Speaker Johnson had something to say about that yesterday. Who controls the purse strings, Tom?
Trump.
Nope. Congress.
Here's what Speaker Johnson had to say.
Funding to federal courts. Listen to what the speaker said just a little while ago.
We do have authority over the federal courts, as you know. We can eliminate an entire district court. We have power funding over the courts and all these other things. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and Congress is going to act. So stay tuned for that.
So thoughts? Do we get rid of some district judges? Take them out?
You can.
He can.
That's why That's why in a republic we have a representative government that represent the people. It's not, they're not there to protect the government, although they do, but they're actually supposed to be there to represent the people. And if the judges in particular districts are acting against the will of the people, then they can, because they can consolidate the districts. There's nothing that says there has to be this many districts and this many appellate judges and this many this and this.
Right. You can make changes.
Yes.
But those district judges, aren't they elected?
We're going to hear.
No, they are not elected.
No, they're not. Most of those are appointed. Yeah,
appointed.
We're going to hear about the Intel investigation yesterday. We'll get to that in a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, homegrown and proud of it. They've got everything that you need, clothes, Western wear, work gear, certified Purina dealer for feed for all of your animals. And if you're living on a farm or ranch and you need anything from plumbing supplies to fencing to trailers, tank, tack, and more, they've got you covered. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, online at roswelllivestock.com. Also in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. 739, Monica.
All right, we've got Mandy texting in. She wanted to let you know, Tom, she's not scared of your germs. You don't have to wear that mask if you don't want to. No.
No.
You're good.
Well, Blake said I had to wear it.
Are you scared, Blake?
I ain't scared.
I ain't scared. Listen, I got a great immune system.
I think you actually look better with the mask on.
I'm going to say it's a waste, honestly. Patrick said if it's not over your nose, it's useless.
You didn't have it over your nose?
No, he hasn't had it over his nose this whole time.
Seriously?
I promise.
Well, then why? Yeah. You're not wearing it if it's not over your nose.
Do you remember
if it's not over your nose? I can't see him.
But do you remember when COVID hit? B always said the mask is not going to work.
Ay, Dios mío. Ya quítalo. Just take it off.
Actually, if you keep it on, it'll keep you from spitting into the microphone.
It's pointless.
I guess I can take it.
By the way, I'm going to get a doctor's order in case somebody tells me ever to wear a mask, because I'm not supposed to wear a mask because I've already, my body is not omitting all the carbon monoxide that everybody, your body is making it.
I'll write you a doctor's note.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a doctor's note if somebody asks me you got to wear a mask. No, I'm not wearing it.
Yeah, me neither.
Does it have to be a medical doctor?
I'll break all the rules. I'll do all that.
Well, I mean, maybe I can get Dr. Jill Biden to.
Well, she's not a medical doctor either. That's
Tom,
why I'm asking.
I know, but still.
I can write you one just as good as she can.
Tom, I'm going to rip through the paragraph ones and you do the one lines. Okay? Here we go. Shane from Carlsbad here says, Remsa is the worst place to work. Low pay. They cut our hours. And if you want to work, you have to go find your own work. And all of the work trucks are grade A, top of the line pieces of shite. And Tom is still an idiot, says Shane from Carlsbad.
And Esther Way from Artesia said, Esther is listening from Dallas. Good morning to you. Well, how's Big D out there?
Esther Way is listening from Dallas. 1960 I worked at a brick plant, Monument. Hot bricks coming out. Crew went home with blisters on fingers tips, says Chuck from Hobbs. Chuck, you messed that one all up. Were you talking to text in that one? And guys, I saw that Jasmine Crockett Circus. She's just an ugly race baiter, and she's as fake as her hairpiece. Amen. I bet if you took all the makeup off, she'd look just like the hind end of a hippo. What a poor example of a human being. I agree. I believe in karma. Not so much in karma, but you reap what you sow, most definitely. And she's not sown very good seed. So it's only a matter of time before something is
sports
about.
guy, Tom, did you see where Russell Wilson went to? No, I haven't really paid attention to this.
To the Giants.
Pittsburgh.
Thought it was the Giants.
I mean, the Giants, yes.
So the reporter is trying to embarrass our president administration. If he wasn't part of the CIA, MI6, and it gets protection from the media while trying to do harm to our republic. I just read that one exactly how it was. I don't understand it. And Mitchell says, B, you don't need Imodium, just an all-subs burrito to fix your gut right up, says Mitchell from Lubbock.
I need a chicken fry.
Tom's allergic to work. That's why the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. Good morning. I want to wish my dad, Al Santisteven from Belen, a happy 84th birthday. Oh,
all the way from Belen.
Happy birthday to your dad, Al. That's a cool last name.
I hope he has a awesome day.
Yeah, happy birthday,
Yes,
Al.
happy 84th birthday. Someone needs to tell Tom they don't have buffets at the ER. They got a snack bar and they got room. Never mind.
Cafeteria. You can go through the door and go to the cafeteria.
I mean, those nurses at the ER, they know him by name now. I mean, like the lady that works the desk, she was like, oh, here Tom comes.
I'll tell you what, we have great professionals at our hospital.
I think they
I'm not
probably
saying we
have.
don't.
I bet they have a sheet back there, like you do the squares for scores. I bet they have that with what's Tom coming in with today.
By the way,
They're
who's
probably
a
like,
winner? Who's a winner?
They gave me a
I bet the
blankie.
over-under is like 7 days
They gave
before
me
he
a
makes
blankie. They
another.
gave me a blankie, and I kept it.
A blankie?
They didn't look, Tom. They didn't give it to you.
They're going to charge you.
It's going to be charged.
Oh.
All right,
You're-
Linda
you're
from
gonna-
Carlsbad said the worst job
$300
I had was in a homeless shelter. The entitled, ungrateful attitude of 80% of the clients, quotations, was aggravating. By the way, I have been to Carrizo Springs
Yep.
and Crystal City.
Carrizo.
Carrizo. I always want to say Carrizozo. The Constitutionalists texted and said, why does it sound like Tom has a big ball of dig or gauze in his mouth? Did you mean to say something else when you wrote dig?
It was probably talk to text.
Gas prices are down everywhere except for Eunice. It's ridiculous, says the texter. Really?
What was it? What was it here in Lovington this morning?
It was. I was driving to town, $2.79.
Okay. Wherever you are, Albuquerque, what's gas in Albuquerque? What's gas in Ruidoso? What?
Yeah, tailless. Tailless.
Update, guys. Mitchell from Lubbock. The ER Tom went to is currently out of Jello.
Mitchell, what's gas in Lubbock?
And Tom's lying to you guys. He really got sick swapping saliva with one of those street girls from Midland.
They're so clean.
Worst job I ever had, I was on a college rodeo team. And the way we got rodeo and fun money if we didn't win was bucking 980-pound alfalfa bales all summer long. Ooh. And
That's some work there.
I think that texter meant dip, not dig.
Probably.
Sounds about right. Monica, do you make your man tortillas? You need to get on it. Oh, I get on it. I just don't make no tortilla. Listen, we got a phone call. You want to get to the phone lines?
Let's go to the call. I was looking up gas prices. Gas prices in Lubbock, $2.45.
Yeah, that's what Mitchell said.
Yeah, $2.45. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from this morning?
Calling from Roswell, Kevin. How you doing, buddy?
Mark, buddy.
Mark, another day, another 55 cents.
I know, and Tom, you're a big old wuss.
Talk about being a wuss. Hello.
So, Mark, when I say Tom has to toughen up, am I wrong?
No. Tom needs to check himself into a nursing home. That way he's got somebody babying him all the time.
I think that's what he wants, honestly. He wants
to be babied.
He wants to be babied, just like every man does. And he wants companionship. And he's lonely. And I think he feels like he goes to the emergency
think the nursing
room.
home would be perfect for him.
You would have friends there. You would have three
The problem
meals.
with Tom going to a nursing home is most nursing homes, the old folks get busy.
I would be the star.
Well, Tom has
Yeah, no. Those people in the nursing home, supposedly there's more freaky stuff going on in nursing homes nowadays
That's what I'm saying.
than spring break. Just saying. That's what I heard.
Kevin, you know Tom's got his cats. He's got his blow up and duct tape. And for Mr. Nosy, Friday, I went to Santa Fe visiting family. It was my birthday Friday. Went to Albuquerque, see my sister in a nursing home. So there you go, Mr. Nosy.
There you go, Tom. There you go. Hey, Mark, I appreciate you, buddy. Maine says seeking to require tampons in every boy's bathroom as liberal lawmakers still have control. They said Trump can't tell us where to put tampons. I can only imagine an 11-year-old kid taking all the tampons and stopping the drain. That's what's going to happen.
I can't imagine any normal boy wanting to wear a tampon.
It's ridiculous.
I
Albuquerque
think
police fired.
that everyone in those states that they should be required to do tampon insertion and extraction for a week.
Nothing great about
and try it out.
No, I know.
2 more Albuquerque police officers off the force because of the DWI investigation. They fired Deputy Commander Gustavo Gomez and Lieutenant Matthew Chavez yesterday. By the way, that is so far 7 suspects, 5 officers that have pled guilty in those cases. Man given life sentence for his murder of a transgender woman. Now, I'm just wondering if it wasn't a transgender woman, if he'd get life. Because I see these stories all the time where these guys are getting off, 5 years for, murder charge. This man killed a transgender woman who he was having a long-time affair with. And the reason Jose Mendoza Espanola killed the transgender is the transgender was extorting him out of money because he had a long-time affair with the transgender. And she was threatening to tell this guy's wife. Life in prison. You don't get a life in prison very often in New Mexico.
No.
Few and far between.
So, Kevin, I have to say that if any of us wind up getting killed, the other ones that don't need to say, "Oh, they were transgendered." So the people,
maybe we'll get justice.
Yeah.
Program aimed at increasing affordable housing coming to the land of enchantment. It's called the Housing New Mexico. Has partnered with the New Mexico Department of Finance to launch a rehab to rental. So funding is available. They got about $657,000 available, and they're giving 25,000 forgivable loans out. So they're giving away 25,000 to rehab homes. So if you need more information, all you got to do is go online and check out rehab to rental projects. 25,000. Never have to pay back the loan. Man. That sounds pretty decent to me. All right, let's dig into this before we get to taking out the trash. 7:51. This whole idea about the Signal chat group that got out. Here's part of that investigation that was going on yesterday, and it got kind of testy yesterday. Here's some of that from MSNBC.
Director Radcliffe, this was a huge mistake, correct?
No.
A national
hold on.
No, you
let me answer.
No, Director Radcliffe. I asked you a yes or no question, and now you hold on. A national political reporter.
You can characterize it what you want.
Was made privy
to
sensitive information about imminent military operations against a foreign terrorist organization.
Mistake of adding a reporter,
and that wasn't a huge mistake. That wasn't a huge mistake.
Well, I think they characterize it as
embarrassment. This is utterly unprofessional. There's been no apology. There has been no recognition of the gravity of this error. And by the way, we will get the full transcript of this chain, and your testimony will be measured carefully against its content. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I believe that it's not as big as what they're making it out to be.
It is not.
And by the way, Mike Walls has said, hey, you can plant this solely on me.
Yeah.
And he apologized. Listen to what he had to say.
Focus on this. It's embarrassing, right. Yes. We're going to get to the bottom of it. I just talked to Elon on the way here. We've got the best technical minds looking at how this happened. But I can tell you for 100%, I don't know this guy. I know him by his horrible reputation, and he really is the bottom scum of journalists. And I know him in the sense that he hates the president, but I don't text him. He wasn't on my phone, and we're going to figure out how this happened.
So you don't know what staffer is responsible for this right now?
Well, look, a staffer wasn't responsible, and look, I take full responsibility. I built the group. My job is to make sure everything's coordinated.
But how did the number? I mean, I don't mean to be pedantic here, but how did the number?
Have you ever had somebody's contact that shows their name, and then you have somebody else's number there?
I never make those mistakes.
Right? You got somebody else's number on someone else's contact. So of course I didn't see this loser in the group. It looked like someone else. Now whether he did it deliberately or it happened in some other technical mean is something we're trying.
So, but it was not the secure information.
No. And here's the way that both sides need to look at it. If this would have happened during the last administration, how big of a deal would it have been?
Well, it wouldn't have been a big deal because they wouldn't be doing anything. I mean, they never did anything.
But even if they did, if it was just a text group with no confidential information, no details, no nothing, it was just a text group that the guy was included on, it wouldn't be a big deal.
No, it wouldn't have been
a big deal. It would be a minor deal.
This is the way Trump talked about it, and he was to the point.
Not much of a magazine, but I know nothing about it. You're saying that they had what?
They were using Signal to coordinate on sensitive materials and
having to do with what? Having to do with what? What were they talking about?
The Houthis.
The Houthis? You mean the attack on the Houthis?
Right.
Well, it couldn't have been very effective because the attack was very effective. I can tell you that. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time.
By the way, he did come back later in the day and said, not a big deal. I believe in Mike Walls. I believe in what we're doing, and we're going to make mistakes. If we made a mistake, it did not injure anybody. It did not put an American life in danger. End of story. And that's the way he handled it.
And I think
he
he's
said,
right.
End of story. So, all right, when we come back, we'll hear more from Donald Trump. Also, Newt Gingrich talking about judges. We'll get to that. Let me do Taking Out Trash, 5 minutes away from 8. We are being the Breakfast Club, Taking Out Trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com, 575-408-1719. They can do residential trash pickup. They have the 96-gallon poly carts. They do commercial trash pickup. If you have a business, they have 2- and 4-yard metal dumpsters and the big roll-off containers, too. If you're on location and need a roll-off container, call Kayleen, 575-408-1719. TrashEaters.com for more information. Veteran-owned and operated and proud sponsor of Taking Out Trash. Maxine Waters. Maxine. Boy, she has been very vocal on a lot of things. Remember a couple years ago, she said we need to take people out. We need to get in their face.
Yep.
You see them out eating. We need to disturb their meals. You see them at the convenience store, at the gas station. Well, now Maxine Waters is showing her ass. Maxine Waters wants Melania Trump deported. Wait,
Marlena?
You can't deport a citizen of the United States.
She's the president's wife. Hello.
If that's not the dumbest thing we've heard about immigration in more than a week, I don't know what is. But the immigration debate took a detour with Maxine Waters saying that we need to deport Melania Trump. Wow. We need to deport Melania. By the way, Melania Trump has been a citizen of the United States for years. How are you going to... Yeah, I mean, she's not undocumented. She is not undocumented.
And aren't her parents also citizens?
She what?
Aren't her parents also citizens? Or work?
Yes, they are.
Or work? Yeah. Yeah.
They're still with us, Tom.
Well, her mama died last year.
So, Melania Trump is a citizen of the United States. By the way, she was born in a different country. And her Melania has been a citizen since 2006. Her mom and dad followed suit in 2018 and became citizens in 2018. Mom and dad are also very wealthy. Melania is a millionaire on her own.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we going to deport citizens? I mean, if we get to deport citizens, I can give you a laundry list of people we ought to deport. Serious. But this just proves the ignorance on the left. Maxine Waters, the 80-year-old grandmother, still doing her job, or maybe not doing her job in Congress. Saying stupid things. That's her job. Tom, you ought to run for Congress. Take It Out Trash, being brought to you by our friends at Trash Eaters. Things that happen on this date in history. Coming up next, morning show this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station, driving on 128 between Jowl and Carlsbad. Exit Buck Jackson Road and fill her up at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Open to the public, a large facility, covered, nice, selling unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF value. Twin Wells Fuel Station. They accept all your credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Be safe on the road from the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Tom?
All right, so this section says, do y'all remember when Rod Stewart had to go to the emergency room to have his stomach pumped? That's Tom's idol, says the texter. And we need to deport Maxine Waters to a nursing home, says another text. Bosque County says Maxine Waters is the male version of Al Sharpton. Yes, I said male version of Sharpton. Another texter says one was a breach of security of the U.S. Austin leaving chain of command empty. Remember that when he left?
Why are you reading my answer to somebody?
Oh, I'm sorry, that was the blue. Okay.
But yeah, go ahead. One was.
Wait. We still don't have the handle on how to read the text.
So I was discussing it with another Trump hater because he was trying to say that Austin was on equal par when he left the chain of command open and there was no one in control when he went in for surgery. He was trying to say that's on par with someone being in a group chat. And that's exactly what I was saying.
The dude had surgery.
Right.
He went under the knife, went under anesthesia, and nobody even knew he was gone.
Right. And so that's worse. That's what I'm saying is one was a breach of security. That's Austin leaving the chain of command empty. One had someone in a group chat that had no confidential information in it. They're not even close to the same thing.
No.
And then I went on to say that the comparison of an apples to apples comparison would be this or the public telling of all the information to the Taliban of what was happening in Afghanistan and what we were going to do and when we were going to do it. Which one is different, right? Which one is worse? Telling our enemies what's going on or having someone in a group chat with no information?
Sure. Coming back all the way to when you asked the audience for gas prices, I'm going to rip through them. Mitchell from Lubbock says it's $2.45 this morning in Lubbock. A texter said $3.16 in Carlsbad. In Hagerman, it was $2.66 yesterday. This morning, it's $2.89. Carlsbad, another report, $3.29 a gallon for the cheap stuff, so it hasn't dropped there yet. Frankie Sachet Chate said gas in Eunice stays between $3.30 to $3.50. Wow. Joe from Hobbs says gas in Eunice is $3.28. Gas in Edgewood is $2.99 a gallon. Albuquerque is $2.60 a gallon. Roswell gas is $2.54 to $2.89. And this guy or girl says, put me down for $20 on the Constipation Square for Tom. I would have laughed really hard at that one. Could that be your problem? Are you constipated?
Oh, no, I was doing both.
I'm kidding.
That's coming. That's what they're saying. That's
$2.43 in Tyler, Texas, says that editor chick. Nice. And in reference to you going to the nursing home, being put in a nursing home, one texter said Tom A. would get an STD in the nursing home. And Elders Gone Wild would be what we would call your episode at the nursing
That would be like Wendy Williams. They're putting her on a garden show.
We need to deport Maxine Waters to a nursing home.
Messing around with women at the nursing home is they can't run far. That's awesome.
Something y'all have in common.
Maxine Waters, you read that one. Maxine Waters still doing her job, extorting money to her daughter. Text her.
Yeah.
And Jody says, I heard about high school kids soaking tampons in vodka and then you know what with them to get drunk. Ooh. Is it after 8 o'clock? Oh, the kids don't have school today.
No. And the Democrats are doing all kinds of bullcrap to make the Republicans look bad to the American people, says this one text.
It's what they do.
Where the heck are they going to put a tampon? Tuck it behind the sack to keep the taint warm. What's the taint?
That's where the little boys are warming up.
Never heard of that word.
I'll tell you off the air.
Good morning, everyone. Gas here in Ruidoso is $2.89 to $2.99. They love sticking it to us in our tourist town. Aw. And Tom A. Lover said, why is there no school today? Because there's parent-teacher conferences today.
Yeah. Thanks, Department of Education.
Oh, this texter says Stacy sounds so much better than Tom. Ooh, Tom, you got some people that are liking Stacy.
She's good.
After the morning show
She does
or
a
after
great job,
Tradio.
She takes care of our audiences.
I didn't get to listen.
Yeah.
She takes care of me when I'm not there. Yeah.
Well, maybe. Maybe. All right. That's
all right. On the way, we're going to talk about a former parent, faculty organization head, the guy that was leading that's in big trouble stealing, and a warrant issued for the guy that killed his girlfriend. We'll talk about those stories. We got to get to things that happened on this date in history. Before we do that, we're KWMW, Maljamar, 105.1 FM. KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso and KDAZ AM 796.9 FM Albuquerque, better known as Albuquerque Conservative Talk. 805, things that happened on this date in history, being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo, and Hobbs, veteran-owned and operated, largest selection of firearms, state-of-the-art indoor firing range with the Milo FBI Training Simulator. They're open 7 days a week now. Pay by the month or pay by the hour for the training simulator or the firing range. They have a huge selection of optics, suppressors, ammo, the largest selection of firearms around. They offer financing, too. Check them out, 2A Tactical Firearms.com. Make that 2A Tactical Range.com. And you could also stop by and see them at 236 East Navajo and Hobbs, proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
In 1845, a patent was awarded for adhesive medicated plaster. Of course, that was nearly a century before the invention of the ouchless Band-Aids. Gave new meaning to I'm going to get plastered.
Sure.
On this day in 1857, Frederick Langenheim took the first photograph of a solar eclipse. And on this date in 1872, Thomas J. Martin was awarded a patent for the fire extinguisher.
Oh, thank God.
He's celebrated by lighting a fire.
And putting it out.
On the fire extinguishers have a long history. On this day in 1885, the Eastman Film Company manufactured the first motion picture film. 1885.
Cool. Black and white, of course, right?
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
No. That was still about 50 years away, Tom. On this date in 1937, spinach growers in Crystal City, Texas, erected a 6-foot-tall concrete statue of Popeye. How'd they keep it together? Olive oil, of course. It was strong to the finish.
Sure.
And that's why it's a spinach day. In 1950, South Dakota received an all-time record amount of snowfall. 38 inches in just 24 hours.
Wow.
And on this day in 1953, Dr. Jonas Salk announced he had a vaccine for something. Tom, I know you know this.
Polio.
Thank you. Ding, ding, Tom.
We need a vaccine for
That's-
that mask you got over your mouth. Take it off.
5 million points for Tom right there. In 1982, groundbreaking ceremonies took place in Washington, D.C. for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Been there. It's a great place.
I've seen it, yes.
Very somber. And in 2024, only 1 year ago, the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland collapsed at 1:28 a.m. Eastern Time after it was struck by the container ship Dolly. 6 people were killed. They were on the bridge. A replacement bridge is expected to cost about $1.8 billion that Joe Biden put the taxpayers on the hook for.
I am going to pay for that 100%. The insurance will not. Don't worry about that. Whoever's at fault, the American taxpayers will pay for that.
Today is Live Long and Prosper Day, Epilepsy Awareness Day, so it's Purple Day, National Nougat Day, National Spinach Day, you just heard why, Wear a Hat Day, and American Diabetes Association Alert Day, which is the 4th Tuesday in March. It is 6 days till April Fool's Day, 17 days to Passover, 20 days until the worst day of the year, Tax Day, and 25 days until Easter. Birthdays today. Keira Knightley celebrates the big 4-0 today.
Cosby Kids.
No. Can you name a movie she was in?
She was in a Cosby Kid?
No.
She
She's
was
a
in
white
Pirates
girl,
of the
Tom.
Caribbean.
She was.
Oh.
I've never even seen it.
She was also in Bend It Like Beckham, which was her first movie. Love Actually
Pride
and
and Justice.
Pride and Prejudice. Yes, sir.
Was it a Cosby Kid?
No, Tom. She's a white girl.
That's Keisha Knightley or Keisha. I can't think of her name. Now you got me confused.
Well, she was at a Cosby Kid.
Okay, keep going,
Oh,
Blake.
my God.
Juvenile is 50 today. You got any songs by him?
Oh, you mean Juvenile?
I had one.
I know.
Wait. I had it
Wait,
queued
before you
up. I
play
was
it.
looking at a
He's
message.
50 today.
Let me make sure. Hold on. I got to be
You missed
very
the
careful.
most
Yeah, I bet.
popular one.
That's okay. He's a middle-aged rapper, and he plans on celebrating with his much younger brother,
Infidel.
Infantile.
Lord.
Kenny Chesney hits 57 today.
She thinks my track is sexy.
There we go, Tom.
Amen. And he's, like I said, he's got a residency coming up at the Sphere this summer. Kind of hoping we get to go out there.
There we go.
I like him. He's
Jennifer-
got a lot of songs.
He
Good
has
songs.
he has the most top 10 country hits in history. He surpassed George Strait this last year.
Kenny Chesney does?
Yep.
Get out.
Yep. He passed George Strait this year or last year with
That's about right.
his newest one. Jennifer Gray is 65 today.
And
She is still into Dirty Dancing,
Yep.
but just the slow dances.
What was her name on Dirty Dancing?
Booby.
Baby.
Oh.
Marcus Allen is 65 today. Legendary Raiders running back. Only Murders in the Building star Martin Short hits birthday number 75 today.
His buddy is what's his Steve Lawrence?
Steve Martin?
Steve Martin.
Martin Short?
They
Martin?
do those book commercials.
I don't know.
Vicki Lawrence hits 76 today. She's growing into that mama's family role. Now, she had a number one hit back in
The
1973.
night that I went out in Georgia.
Thank you, Tom. Ding, ding. You got close enough. The night the lights went out in Georgia.
Yes.
Steven Tyler of what group?
Wait. Aerosmith.
Did you get that?
I had to go back to an old one.
Right.
Well, I wish you'd get to the song, Steven.
Get on my right.
Anyway, it's Dream On, Dream On, Dream On.
He still doesn't want to miss a thing.
His daughter was at Armageddon.
Diana Ross,
Yeah, she was.
hence the reference I just did, Tom. Diana Ross turns 81 today. By the way,
I'm coming now.
Someone call mine, but Mama said you can't hurry love.
Oh, you just got to wait.
There.
She said love don't come easy. It's a game of
Oh,
give
it
and
don't.
take.
And it ain't cheap.
Watergate investigator Bob Woodward turns 82 today. Nancy Pelosi turns 85. And for people no longer with us, the reason it's Live Long and Prosper Day, Leonard Nimoy, who left us in 2015, Star Trek legend. He's also the genius that brought us the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. And James Caan. Now, depending on your generation, you know him as either Sonny Corleone from The Godfather, Ed DeLine of Las Vegas, or Scott Caan's dad in real life, or Will Ferrell's dad in Elf, depending on your age.
In Hawaii Five-0, by the way.
And Kevin knows the things that happen on this day in history and the birthdays. And if today is your birthday, like we have a few shout outs there, Al up in Berlin and a few others, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you guys.
The bravest little hobbit of them all.
I didn't even know Leonard Nimoy had a song.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. And he was a great, people remember here from Spock.
Sounds like
but
a
he was in
Monster
a lot of movies before that and some Westerns too. And he was a well-known actor, and that was the reason he got the gig on Star
Take
Trek.
those funky ears off of him. He's got talent.
He does.
All right, and Newt Gingrich. We'll hear from Newt Gingrich coming up next. And he's talking about these radical judges and the Democrats. We'll talk about Newt Gingrich coming up next, and a couple more cuts from Donald Trump. We'll do that when we return. National Anthem and the Pledge at 8:15, being brought to you by our friend Rebecca Long. Rebecca Long, she's your former insurance agent, has been for a long time serving all of Southeast New Mexico. Let her take care of your insurance. Let her bundle it together to save you a lot of money. When you bring everything under one umbrella, saves you a lot of time and money. Give her a call today, 575-393-2661. Rebecca Long, she's your former's agent and proud sponsor of the National Anthem and the Pledge.
Good morning. My name is Jack Zeeble. Time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The tiny but mighty 7-year-old singer from Los Angeles, Malaya Emma Chandrawijaya.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still
God bless America. God bless you this morning. Large prayer being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From Philippians 4 this morning, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer, and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding.
Hi, this is Felicia Bowen with Judah Oil. Please join me in our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
All right, quick check of the weather this morning, keeping you updated with everything going on. Tesla stock, did you see yesterday, Blake, got over $275 a share?
Yes, right now it was up to 288. Now it's back down to just below 275. So yeah,
275?
Still in there.
Where are the liberals talking about that? I'm
Because
a little confused.
A week ago it was 228, remember? And so,
so they're not talking about that now.
Well, they don't understand the markets anyway. So
I got to trade into my JCPenney stock for that then.
Yes, JCPenney's.
Yes, you
great.
should.
That and pay less. Great pick.
Yes.
All right, news. We'll get to news coming up next. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Main Trailer Sales. They've got fifth wheels, toy haulers, ultralights, big name brands like Durango and Passport and Cougar, plus many other brands that they're introducing to the market. If you're getting paid that per diem and you're living in a hotel, you ought to think about getting yourself a fifth wheel. When you get finished paying for it, it is yours, and the per diem paid for it. That's a genius. That's great thinking. 622-1751. Go to the website, maintrailersalesInc.com. They've got 70 years experience in the business, giving fair deals and awesome service after the sale. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales, maintrailersalesInc.com. Southeast New Mexico, 20% chance of rain this afternoon. High today, sunny and 82. In Ruidoso, sunny in the morning, 69 for the high, 20% chance of afternoon showers. And in Albuquerque, we're going to get up to 80 and sunny skies throughout the day. We'll give you the complete forecast on the way. News this morning at 8:21 being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you when accidents happen, it's usually when you least expect them. Yeah, when they do happen, you need a trusted law firm. Remember the name, the Ragsdale Law Firm. You check them out online at ragsdalelawfirm.com. They specialize in car wrecks, personal injury, medical malpractice, awful accidents, and more. Based in Roswell, serving all of Southeast New Mexico. They offer free consultation. Don't forget, you never pay until you win your case. Call Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300. Online, ragsdalelawfirm.com. 8:22, we're coming back. We're being the Breakfast Club.
I'm Therese Crowley. The Atlantic releases more texts from the Defense Group chat as National Security Advisor Mike Waltz takes responsibility for a journalist being added to the encrypted Signal chat on U.S. military strikes against Houthi rebels.
We're going to get to the bottom of it.
He tells Fox the Ingram angle he doesn't understand how the journalist's info replaced the contact info of the military official who is supposed to be on the Signal group chat. The White House says the Atlantic concedes these were not war plans. The incident took over the annual Senate hearing on worldwide threats, which concerns Congresswoman Claudia Tenney.
They're going to seize on this again, and they're not going to talk about the real things that we're facing like China. They're going to talk about climate change.
President Trump orders the FBI to open the files on its Russia collusion investigation of candidate Trump, dubbed Crossfire Hurricane. America is listening to Fox News.
Hey, Danny Kelly here at the big store, Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan. You know, I keep hearing people talk about how they believe they can get a better deal in Texas. Well, let me make it clear to everyone. You can't. No Texas dealer will ever beat Permian. Our prices are the lowest guaranteed. I'll beat any Texas deal on any new vehicle, or I'll go get it for you for free. On top of that, I'm also going to throw in a free lifetime powertrain warranty for anybody that buys and services with us. And you can take that Permian promise to the bank. So before you go driving, spending time, money, and valuable resources to chase a fairy tale, remember, shop local and save big. The only thing bigger in Texas are the prices. So if you need a great deal on a newer pre-owned vehicle and you want to make it fast, fun, and easy, just come down to Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan, 701 West Navajo Drive in Hobbs.
I'm Danny Kelly, and I approve this message.
Hunting is conservation. At the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, we salute hunters for providing the majority of conservation funding across the U.S. Join us for our yearly fundraising banquet, April the 12th, Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds, 2500 Southeast Main in Roswell, New Mexico. Great food, games, raffles, and live auction. Get your tickets at rmef.org New Mexico event. rmef.org New Mexico events.
Is success built overnight, or is it the result of strategic exposure? Either way, every business deserves the chance to thrive. From crafting compelling messages to reaching the right audience, MTD Radio offers a marketing magic that is almost indescribable. Start your journey today by promoting your business with MTD Radio's 7 stations across New Mexico and West Texas. Visit mtdradio.com or call 866-70-RADIO and let us help your business soar. Broadcast your success with the help of this station.
The global demand for oil and natural gas is growing, and leaders are looking to American producers to satisfy that demand with the abundant resources available in our country. If you're passionate about keeping energy affordable for your neighbor and reliable for everyone, then it's time you consider a career in oil and natural gas. Coterra Energy is expanding their Permian team and is offering an unmatched employee benefits package. If you're interested in applying, text Coterra to 71441. That's COTERRA to 71441. Coterra Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
Storage units available now from JSM Storage LLC with 3 convenient locations in Midway, Dexter, and Hagerman. A local family-owned business, JSM Storage makes it easy for you to get the extra space you need. 5x10s just $30 a month, 10x10s $60 a month, and 10x20s just $120 a month. Find them online at jsmstoragellc.com or call today 575-361-1721. That's 575-361-1721.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure. Eye-catching? Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Enter the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Lapco, Byrne, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap, offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
Now, we the people are ready for this.
Hey, old man, try this.
We tried to act normal. It was the worst 5 minutes of our lives.
When I listen to you, life feels normal. Thanks for that.
Be in the Breakfast Club. Call or text now 877-396-W105 to talk to B, Tom, Blake, or Monica.
Plan B. Always a plan B.
Another day, already 8:27. Boob of the day. We're going to get to that in a second. Idaho man broke the Guinness World Book of Records by completing 38 behind-the-back basketball passes in 30 seconds. Unlike LeBron James, he completed the pass without flopping.
Yeah.
By the way, Michael Jordan was confused about this. Michael Jordan's like, pass? What's pass? I ain't passing. When it comes time to take the shot, I take the shot. So 38 behind the back passes. How many could you do in 30 seconds?
Probably about 40.
You think you'd do 40? Set that world record, Tom.
Yeah.
Senator Joni Ernst wants the IRS workers and contractors to pay back about $46 million in taxes they owe. Wait, people at the IRS aren't paying their own taxes? That doesn't seem fair. Which is almost beautiful as the IRS being abolished altogether. I think we should be able to write a check directly to Treasury for like 15% of our gross. Just take 15% off the top. No deductions, no earned income credit, no business credit, just 15% off the top. Tom, your thoughts on that?
I like that idea. Except don't mess with my Social Security.
That way we don't have to deal with the soulless bloodsuckers known as the IRS.
Right.
And you know, the cool thing is we would have more money than we know what to do with at 15%. Blake, you're for that, right?
100%. Yeah. Flat
15%.
tax or national sales tax. I'm good with either one of those.
Yeah, either one of them.
I'll take either one. So.
Yeah.
Or a combination. I'm good with a combination of those two things.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I mean, I am good with a consumption tax because that way drug dealers, pimps, prostitutes, people that are in the country illegally that don't pay taxes, that get paid under the table, everybody pays with a consumption tax.
Mm. Well,
I'm good with that.
What I'm against is a heavy progressive income tax.
Yeah.
That's what I'm against.
Yeah, I believe that everybody
by the way,
should pay taxes.
A heavy progressive income tax is a plank in the Communist Manifesto.
It is. It is. Paying more than your fair share. Because what they believe is my fair share, I don't believe it's very fair. That somebody should pay 15% and I pay 40%. Yeah, I don't think that's fair. Looks like a young man in Russia has been hospitalized, treated for kidney failure after doing 2,000 squats to win a bet with a friend. Which makes Tom feel better that he hasn't been to the gym since January. Right. See, there you go.
I swim.
This kid's got buns of steel, but his kidneys are the real issue. Yeah, 2,000 squats is probably a little much.
Yeah.
But why would that cause kidney failure?
That's what I was thinking.
Put attention on that.
Were there some underlying problems?
Maybe.
I wouldn't think that squats would affect your kidneys.
Now, squats are like what? You put your hands together and you do little push-ups.
Hands together.
No.
Hands
You've
together.
never done a squat?
Never done a squat.
You've never done a squat.
So it's kind of like
Wait. Monica, wait. Take this opportunity. Tom, turn around. Turn all the way around. Show the camera.
Oh my gosh.
Now what?
Your butt. Yeah, you haven't done any squats. You're right. Yeah. So squats are for your legs and for your back.
For your legs and your glutes.
3.
What are you doing?
And for
I'm doing squats.
And for your butt.
7. That squat right there?
That is not a squat.
Oh.
No. You could do
show
a
you?
squat.
They hurt.
You could do a squat like where you have the bar and you're going all the way down, or just grab a dumbbell and go all the way down and come back up.
Oh, that hurt.
I just did it. That hurt?
Yeah, it hurt him to watch you do that.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's supposed to hurt. NBC Peacock attracted about 5.3 million viewers for the Grand Ole Opry celebration. And Waymo announced that they have a fleet of driverless cars in Washington, D.C. But they say they will not be there until next year. They will not be operational until next year. The whole idea of driverless cars, I'm not a fan. I mean, I don't think they could get any worse than New Mexico drivers, but I mean, the whole idea of letting a computer drive a car to me is crazy. I watched the Jetsons. Oh, that would be coming next. Yeah, that's different. Former school faculty organization president is in big trouble. Clara Trevino appeared in court yesterday, pled guilty, and the third judicial district attorneys confirmed that she stole a bunch of money. Yeah, the defendant has been sentenced to larceny, 364 days of probation, 40 hours of community service, and a $1,000 fine, and will have to pay restitution for the almost $7,000 that they stole. Part of Zia Middle School parent faculty organization, she embezzled close to $7,000.
Wow.
Will not do jail time. The good news is will not do jail time, and she will not be in charge of the PTO from this point on. You can count on that. Warrant issued for a man convicted of killing his girlfriend. The Albuquerque man admitted to accidentally shooting and killing his girlfriend 8 years ago. Has a warrant out for his arrest because he didn't show up for his hearing on Tuesday. The accident happened in 2017. Scott Bacharina was messing around with a shotgun when the shotgun went off, killing Mindy Stewart. He pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter last May. He was supposed to turn himself in for a 1.5-year sentence on March 14th. That did not happen. So the judge is now looking for him. This case dates all the way back to 2017. Unbelievable. Looks like there was a device found at a Tesla dealer in Texas, in Austin, Texas. Mm-hmm. Police found an incendiary device at the. So I don't get the hate for Elon Musk. I was watching a Mardi Gras parade, and they were beating up the Tesla truck, the Cybertruck. I don't understand the hate of Tesla. I mean, if we flash back 1.5 years ago, people loved Tesla. They thought Elon Musk was the smartest guy in the room. By the way, he still is the smartest guy in the room. He's a little weird. Did you see him playing with the spoons and forks? Did you see that video?
I didn't see that, but I did hear him. I hear him talk all the time.
Yeah, I think socially he's a little.
Well, he's just a little. Is it Asperger's? I always forget what he has.
Yeah, it is Asperger's. Yeah.
He's probably looking at the spoon and the fork and trying to figure out a way to make it better. Buffet. Honestly,
he was actually balancing the spoon or fork.
Yeah, he was doing something with it.
Yeah, it was crazy. And Carolyn Levitt, the press secretary, was looking at him like,
weirdo.
I'm not going to have your 12th kid, okay? or is it 15th? Is it 14th?
He got 14 or 11? 14 already.
All right, Donald Trump yesterday signed a very important executive order dealing with you have to have a birth control or proof that you're a citizen to be able to vote in elections in the United States. Here's what happened yesterday.
Elections are as secure as they possibly can be.
Okay, you all understand that? Yes. Mm-hmm. Election fraud. You've heard the term. We'll end it, hopefully. At least we'll go a long way toward ending it. There are other steps that we will be taking in the coming weeks And we think we'll be able to end up getting fair elections. Perhaps some people think I shouldn't be complaining because we won in a landslide, but we got to straighten out our election. This country is so sick.
Well, we did win by a landslide, but if you look at the previous election, they figured out how to cook the books, and eventually they'll learn how to do it again. So this will help to ensure that. And it's just not that you have to be a citizen to vote and have to show proof of a ID to be able to vote. It's much more than that. There are like 4 executive orders that he signed all at the same time. So, but the most important is ID to vote. I think that is very, very, very important when it comes to elections. Yesterday, Donald Trump sat down with Newsmax and was talking about the Christian vote and about his belief in God. Here's what Donald Trump had to say yesterday on Newsmax.
I've had great support, and I do feel the support. I really do. And I think, somebody said that God saved me in order to save this country. This country was going down, Greg. If this election wasn't won, this country had no chance. This country is going to be, remember I used to say for years, we're going to be Venezuela on steroids. And that's what was happening to the country. And now we're turning it around. And I think we're turning it around fast.
I think in 4 months, the country will look a little different when we have all these construction projects starting and people building plants. And I think 4 months, I think it's 6 months, it's getting better. I think after 365 days, we're on the way to recovery. We're not there yet, but we're on the way to recovery. Text line is open. We'll talk about Uber Eats driver attacked by a man. Yeah, something about alcohol delivery. Yeah. And Newt Gingrich. We'll hear from Newt Gingrich coming up. Text line 877-396-W105.
Holier than leftists is saying, dang, under sworn testimony yesterday, Tulsi Gabbard stated that no classified information was ever in that chat. They kept calling Goldberg a liar. So the Atlantic published the proof. It looks like if it would warrant a classification that they think the DNI will get any consequences for lying under oath.
So have you seen the information?
I haven't seen it.
No, I'm asking the texter. Have you seen the information?
Have you seen the texter?
Because if you haven't seen the information, I don't think you can make an intelligent opinion on it.
Well, he posted a screenshot that was posted on a different celebrity site. And, you got to remember, this is the same proof that came from the guy that coordinated the Russia laptop hoax and had proof.
Not much integrity on that guy. And
I'm going to look for it.
Okay. David in Artesia says, speaking of Asperger, how do you feel, Tom? Says the texter.
How do you feel? Answer him.
I guess I'm feeling okay. Just had a donut, so.
And Basement Boy, you are welcome. He took off the mask.
Yes. Maddie said on it, so.
What kind of donuts were they?
Chocolate. And that's the only thing I've had for the last 3 days. I've been eating Roman noodles.
Ramen
noodles. Roman noodles.
Ramen. It's in the neighborhood.
Ramen noodles.
And those are pretty good.
That's what you've been eating? Yeah, they're very good for you and they're very good, but very bad for you. If you eat them.
Yeah,
often.
probably not very good for somebody that has high blood pressure and has diabetes.
Well, what do you want me to eat then? Have you looked how much salt is in the little packet of stuff?
Yeah, not very good for you.
More than your daily amount.
And Wingnut out of Stephenville says, aren't we blessed when you remove the stupidity? I thought Tom was bad at reading dirty text, but Monica is giving him a run for his moolah. Listen, there's a lot of words that I still don't know yet because I'm not dirty-minded like that. I'm naive to some of that stuff, but trust me, y'all text me and let me know what the dang taint was, okay?
Don't corrupt
all of y'all did. Now I know what a dang taint is.
We had to go and quickly check mark the ones that were the illustrations so Tom wouldn't look at them.
And Mr. A saying, children are mining the cobalt for the batteries in those Teslas.
Yep,
Mr.
that
A
hadn't
saying.
changed.
Mr. A said this morning. Okay.
And I bet Tom used to do a few hundred squats when he did the 3-minute mile. Oh, yeah. He did everything.
I have the record.
Richard in Portales says the only squats Tom does is to go poop. You don't swim, says a texter. Jody from Lovington is going back to that first movie. He said the first Mickey Mouse movie was in 1928. It was Steamboat Willie.
Ding, ding. It is in the public domain now.
I saw the Eagles at the Sphere March 14th. They were awesome. Ben Skill was their lead singer. The Sphere adds to the atmosphere. 18,000 people in one
venue.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the max it'll hold is 18,000.
Crazy. How about a nice Filipino punch? Says 432 Liberal.
What does that mean?
A nice Filipino punch. I have never had a Filipino punch, but
I think it's lithium mining, says Filipino. Oh, Kevin and his Kool-Aid. How about a nice Filipino punch, he says. I think it's lithium mining. What are you talking about, 432 Liberal?
It's supposed to be nastier one.
I don't know what he's...
And by the way, I'm looking, you would think if this guy is going to release the information, he would actually release it on the site that he works for, The Atlantic. I don't know. Maybe
didn't do it.
Don't you think, Blake?
Yeah.
If you work for a newspaper, that's where it would be released.
He's the editor of The Atlantic.
So if it's not released there, I'm not believing it.
Well, but see, if he doesn't put it on there and it's, however, if it's true or fake or whatever, it doesn't matter because it won't taint the reputation of The Atlantic.
Right.
Which doesn't, you know that it's a super far left magazine anyway. I mean, that it always has been.
If it's not there, why would I believe that it exists? Because if it's on if it's on a different site, I'm believing it's fake.
Because if you can get all the people who are blinded to anything other than what they are told to believe by their leaders in the far left, then what difference does it make? Because you can put it wherever you want. And they're going to go, oh, yeah, that's the real thing.
I'm going to continue to do a little research. All right, 8:45 morning show this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Find them in the Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans, coveralls, gloves, shirts, coats. They've got everything if you're working in the patch. Plus furniture, appliances, and electronics. They offer 0 down financing. Did I say that they have a $99 selection of boots? A selection of boots. They have a section that's just $99 for a pair of boots. Go check them out, rigoutfitters.com, or visit them in the Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs. They're right next to Scrub Outfitters. Scrub Outfitters has the largest selection of medical scrubs, big name brands like Dickies and Healing Hands, Med Couture, Peaches, and others. Visit them on Facebook or in the Broadmoor Mall. They're right next to Rig Outfitters. 8:46. We're taking a break. We're coming back. We're B and the Breakfast Club. Oh, wait, I got to do the boob of the day before we take a break.
Right.
What am I saying, Blake?
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, let's get to the boob of the day. Be brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Medical professionals on staff. They have a lab right there. They can do a deep dive into your blood work. If you're not feeling good, you ought to have a deep dive into your blood work to find out exactly what's going on. And when, regular doctors just do, one panel to check out what's going on, these guys dig deep with 48 biomarkers to check out what is happening. 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. They offer testosterone replacement therapy, hormonal optimization. If you're living in pain, they offer stem cell therapy and also ozone therapy. Get in there and talk to them. Call them this morning. Schedule that appointment. 3900 North Lovington Highway, 575-964-8025. Time for the boob of the day.
So at least this lady had a fun answer when people ask, what are you in for? A woman from
Florida
is facing charges for robbing a Dairy Queen at gunpoint.
Uh-oh.
And she only got $1.50. 44-year-old Allison Fetting allegedly flashed a gun at a Dairy Queen near Fort Lauderdale, told the cashier to give her all the money in the register, but she didn't get it. So she grabbed what she could from the tip jar. It was $1.50. It happened way back in February of 24, and they arrested her the next day. But they just charged her on Friday, and that's why we're just hearing about this lovely story. She was already in jail for several other armed robberies and for drugs. Go figure.
Imagine.
She was set to be arraigned for the $1.50 theft sometime today. So maybe we'll hear a little bit more about it later. Now, her mugshot is online, and the New York Post actually made fun of her and said $1.50 isn't enough to buy a Blizzard.
Yeah.
But but Dairy Queen is selling for 85 cents through April 6th. So, whatever. Anyway, go check her out, and you will have no doubt that she's in jail for doing something that's related to bad things.
That's funny.
And for that, you are the boob of the day.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. All right, here's the article that Mr. Bloomberg posted. The text did not include information about specific targets. It did have information like at 12:15 Eastern Time, F-18s launch first strike package.
At least that's what he says.
Yeah. First strike package. Okay. So now we know that they used F-18s. 13:45 Eastern Time. Trigger-based F-18 strike window starts. Target terrorist at his known location, so it should be on time. Also, strike drones launched MQ-9s. So that's pretty much what they. So is that detrimental to American security? Any of that information I just listed?
No.
The type of airplanes,
which is what we're going to use,
and the type of drones,
which are,
and that the launch is running on time. Is that detrimental?
No.
No. Did it name the target?
No.
No.
Did it give a target location?
No. Because they said they would have to move over to a controlled site to do so. So this is all of nothing about nothing is what this is. Sorry to blow your mind. Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. It is embarrassing.
Sure.
But other than that, it's not.
But again, it would not have been a big deal under a Democrat president either.
True.
Oh.
And that's the measure. Is it a big deal now? Would it have been a big deal then?
Would
no,
it have
it's
even made
not
the
a
media?
It's not a big deal either way.
Correct.
We left pallets of money and people hanging on the wings of the planes in Afghanistan.
Yep.
We let our soldiers be gunned down because of the way we did that, and the media barely reported on it. They did. It's totally sad.
Right. Again, it's
This
not
cost nobody's life.
No.
Not a big deal. So we know the planes that were used and the drones that were used.
which are standard.
Yes.
Like if you were launching a strike, is there any doubt there would be FA-18s involved?
Thank you. All right, we got to take a break so we can stay on time. 8:52 news this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror and Grooming Tool. ×1, ×5, ×10 magnification. LED lights. It's very, very nice. Reba McEntire's got one. She loves it. Mandrell sisters. All three have one, and they love it. Linda Davis, she's got one. She loves hers. And you're going to love it, too. Go check it out at atlasmakeamirror.com. While you're there, check out the pocket mirrors. Look, they came up with the mirrors that are small enough to fit in your pocket or fit in your purse. And same great technology, same great mirror. The lighting is awesome. And you're going to love the price. Call and talk to Rebecca Long today, 575-631-3189, or go to the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com, atlasmakeupmirror.com. If you have the Atlas Makeup Mirror, you got to get the pocket mirror. Call Rebecca or go to the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. We're coming back. It's already 8:53. We are B and the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A Roswell man already in custody has been served additional charges in connection to a homicide from 2019. Police say 36-year-old Matthew Trujillo is accused of shooting 30-year-old Stefan Dorman Jr. after an argument broke out early in the evening of October 13th of 2019 in South Roswell. Trujillo is being charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and a felon in possession of a firearm. He was previously facing other charges in unrelated cases of aggravated battery, conspiracy to commit aggravated battery, 2 counts of battery on a peace officer, aggravated battery on a peace officer, and felon in possession of a firearm. 2 West Texas lawmakers want to divert about 10% of the roughly $8 billion that oil and gas companies pay to the state of Texas in so-called severance taxes to benefit oil-producing counties. 2 pieces of legislation sponsored by Texas State Representatives Tom Craddock of Midland and Brooks Landgraf of Odessa would redirect a portion of those taxes to 32 eligible Permian Basin counties to be used for infrastructure repairs, emergency services, healthcare, education, and workforce development. If one or both of the bills can get through the legislature and Governor Greg Abbott signs it, they would still need to go before Texas voters this fall as a constitutional amendment. Registration is now open for the New Mexico 2025 Summer Reading Program. The free initiative aims to provide focused reading instruction to 15,000 kindergarten through 8th grade students during the summer. The program will run June and July, and students will be placed in small groups with trained literacy instructors for up to 4 hours a day. The program will be held at literacy program sites across the state. Families can sign up for the program and locate a site at literacy.nm.gov. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Cal Shade Western in Carlsbad is now hiring for all positions. We're looking for hardworking, dependable folks to join our team as bartenders, waitresses, front desk attendants, bowling alley mechanics, pin chasers, security, cleaners, and stock handlers. Whether you're pouring drinks or keeping the pins rolling, or you just want to help our guests have a great time, there's a place for you in Cal Shade Western. Apply today in person at 1611 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. 1611 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Honest, dependable people only. This is your chance to shine. Cal Shade Western, where work feels like home. Don't wait. Apply today.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a Tundra for a lake day. Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota,
Let's go places.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Artesia Rodeo Days is heading to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds March 27th, 28th, and 29th. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the rodeo begins at 7:30 nightly. Enjoy front row family fun, a calf scramble for the kids, trick riding, the rankest bulls and broncos on the circuit, as well as full concessions, food trucks, and vendors, and New Mexico's own Blackcock Brewery on site. Help them pack the house every night at the upcoming Artesia Rodeo Days, coming to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds March 27th, 28th, and 29th. Gates open at 6 p.m. Rodeo starts at 7:30 nightly. Thank you to sponsors KC Light Towers, Amigo Machinery in Roswell, Benny's Western Store in Artesia, and Tape Branch Artesia. Early bird tickets are only $10 and available at Western Store and Tape Branch, in Roswell at Amigo Machinery, and in Carlsbad at Forest Tire. Gate tickets will be $15, or you can find them online at rodeoticket.com. Ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
It's a normal boy in an abnormal position.
B in the Breakfast Club.
I was born around 9 months after that.
The most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. Speaking up for New Mexico and America. No fact checkers, no censorship radio. Back to B in the Breakfast Club.
Fasten your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelt, please.
KWMW Maljamora 105.1 FM or KWES 93.5 Ruidoso, and now at KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. Ben Affleck's claiming that his divorce with Jennifer Lopez was drama-free.
Sure.
Yeah.
They made it sound like it was.
Just like the liquid in your Dunkin' cup is alcohol-free. Yeah, I'm believing it. So they were married in 2022, filed divorce in August 2024, and which is kind of impressive because most people don't last 6 months with Jennifer Lopez. I mean, she goes through a lot of men.
Right.
A lot of men. And the trailer for the new movie called Clown in the Cornfield dropped today. And no, it's not about Gavin Newsom visiting Iowa. It is, you have to go check it out for yourself. Chinese EV, BYD. They are the makers of the #1 EV in the world. Their revenue soared last year to a record $107 billion.
Wow.
By the way, it topped Tesla sales. And I see a lot of people giving Tesla crap, but they are an American-made company. No, nobody was giving them crap last year. But they are an American-made company. So shouldn't we applaud stuff that's made in America?
Well, not if you're on the left, because you hate America if you're on the left.
And John Chu is going to do a biopic of Britney Spears. And rumor is that some of the people that could be auditioning for that role, Millie Bobby Brown, Ariana Grande.
Millie Bobby Brown probably looks closest to Britney.
What was that sound?
Like, I don't.
What was
so.
that?
That was Tom disagreeing.
Who do you have that would be better to play Britney Spears, Mr. Ant?
Well, I got to think about it. Jennifer Aniston.
To play
Too
Britney
old.
Spears?
She's older than Britney
Jennifer
Spears.
Aniston?
Yeah.
She can dance?
Fake it. Do you make it, baby?
And why would she want that role?
She ain't done nothing in years, dude.
And she didn't have to. She's still in the top 5 most wealthiest movie stars.
She's
She didn't
55
have to
years
do it.
old. A woman like it's that age ain't gonna get much more parts.
And so how could she pull off Britney Spears at 55, Tom?
Be the magic.
I mean, you've said
really
a lot of dumb
Hollywood
stuff. You have said a lot of dumb stuff. But I just don't know if you have said anything that dumb. That not very smart.
Ladies,
And Real
address your
Housewives.
hate mail to sexist Tommy Reese.
Am I not right?
Yes.
Hollywood don't use women 55 and older anymore.
I would think you're incorrect on that.
Nope. Susan Sarandon, they don't use her no more.
She's like
I think-
85.
She's in
I
her
think
60s.
you're incorrect. I bet if you go look up actresses' ages, there are actresses over 55 who are working
No, sir.
today.
Glenn Close.
Go look it
barely-
up.
Barely got that movie.
Go look it up.
But I don't think
She's
She's
they're
like
playing.
120. How old is Glenn Close? Please.
Over 50. She's like she
She's
got
like
that.
100.
Support your argument with actual facts, not just your head.
Emerald Winger ain't made a movie
Facts.
since The Urban Cowboy.
How old
That's
is
not
she,
true.
Tom? Glenn Close is 78 years of age. Who else did you name? Deborah Winger.
Yeah.
She's in her 60s. Jane Fonda.
You said over 55.
Well, that's over 55.
Deborah Winger is 70 years old, Tom.
That's why she ain't made no movie. See, I'm proving my case, boys.
You're not.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Hold on. Let's see. So you don't think she made anything since when?
Which one are you talking about?
Deborah Winger.
It's been a while.
Let's see. 2016, 2014, 2020.
But major parts, and like she's a major actress, not just the cameo appearance and stuff like that.
You don't even know what movies they are.
She ain't done a major one.
The Ranch. The Sheltering Sky. Red Tent.
Not even my Hallmark actresses when they
Mr.
got
Corman.
to be 55.
Tom, she's old. She doesn't have to work.
But I'm just saying she
All right,
is working because you said that they don't give them parts.
They don't get not major parts.
No. You can't go back and then keep tightening the
The statement.
yeah. You said they don't get parts, and that is untrue. Go ahead, just admit you were wrong.
Paying parts. They don't get paying parts no more.
Perrito.
Again,
So
he will never
who are the,
admit that he
who are
was not
the
wrong.
top actresses as far as wealth?
So wait, Glenn
Who's the
Close.
richest
Wait. Glenn Close. He did say Glenn Close, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2021.
But she's
Wait.
She's 78 years
2021
old.
major part live action 101 Dalmatians. She was Cruella DeVille.
That's a cartoon. That don't count.
Live action 101 Dalmatians. What part of that do you not understand?
It's a cartoon. That don't count.
Live action.
Cartoon.
It was
So
not a cartoon.
he said Jennifer Aniston. She's worth $320 million. She's number 7 on the all-time list. She doesn't have to make money.
Angelina Jolie. She ain't making no more movies.
She's been doing philanthropy work.
I'm done.
She's been being
She's
paid by the
old.
government.
She's old, Tom. All right, talking about stirring things up, Anheuser-Busch dropped out of their sponsorship after 30 years with St. Louis Pride Fest.
Wow.
They're like, we don't want to be sponsors anymore. Uber Eats driver attacked over alcohol delivery. Central Florida man faces charges after he allegedly attacked a Uber Eats driver delivering alcohol over the weekend. It happened about 11 p.m. And 31-year-old Miles Weber wasn't happy with the service from Uber Eats. He wasn't happy he had to show his ID to receive the alcohol. That's what that was about.
Wow.
He wasn't happy.
Well, I I mean,
by the way, this guy won't be drinking alcohol for a while. He's going to prison. Disney's Stowe White, the fiasco, has led to them ramping up security and monitoring this chick's social media. She said some pretty insensitive things on social media, Rachel Ziegler. So they're going to monitor her social media from this point. Yeah.
Funny,
and the Senate confirmed.
Funny how they're just going to monitor her social media, yet the girl who was in The Mandalorian got fired for posting her personal opinion.
Yeah, but that was she was on the other side, Blake.
Right.
That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she was on the other side. Looks like the Senate confirmed Trump's FDA chief, Dr. Marty Makary, is now the FDA. So that's it. Trump doesn't need any more folks to pretty much his whole cabinet is done. Megyn Kelly says she really doesn't give a blank about due process for the Trendy Agua gang members. She said, where were the judges with Joe Biden's open border when he was allowing millions of people coming into America, threatening Americans? Where were these same judges? So I don't give a blank about due process. They came here illegally. We should have the right to deport them legally.
She's not
Thank
wrong.
you, Megyn Kelly. By the way, she is making more money and has more viewers than she did on Fox now on her podcast. Woman accused of damaging 21 government vehicles in Albuquerque. This woman is now behind bars, going down in a rampage after, according to police, targeting government vehicles. 48-year-old Danelle McGee charged with keying 21 government vehicles. I guess she didn't like the government. She's been charged. This is not her first time she's done this. She did it before. We'll see how that works out. She should have to pay for all of those vehicles. At the least. All right, we're going to check the text. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Fusion Medical Spa. You can find them, Fusion Medical Spa, in the River Crossing in Ruidoso for a couple more days. Very soon, they're moving to their brand new Fusion Medical Complex at 1034 Meacham Drive. Get in there and talk to Dr. Rath about the Diamond Glow treatments. If you've had acne in the past, have acne now, they can help you with the Diamond Glow at just $100 per treatment. That's half off this month only. They also offer 20% off photofacials, 20% off eye lays and snore lays, and 15% off tattoo removals. And if you're living in pain and you've been told you need surgery, go talk to them about stem cell therapy first. Call Dr. Rath, 575-257-4772, FusionMedicalSpa.net for more information. Monica and the text wrap her up.
All right. Steven Tyler looks like that lady with 30 plus years who's always says the most bat-shite crazy things you've ever heard in a meeting. And this texter went on to send a funny picture of Steven Tyler. I can't get over how much he looks like a girl or a female in a bunch of his pictures. You can tell Thomasaurus Rex or Chubasaurus Rex is back in the studio with the heavy breathing and the ignorant comments. Tom, I really missed you while you were gone, though now that you're back, I'm really not sure why. And Jody says, at the beginning of the week, you guys had an amazing show when somebody wasn't there making stupid comments and noises.
This texter says Halle Berry is still making movies at 58. Says
Halle
Frankie.
Berry.
Is it Halle? Okay.
Halle Berry. That editor chick says, Tom, Jennifer Aniston has done a movie nearly every year for the last 10 years. Rocket says he's got a girlfriend. Congratulations to you, Rocket. He does. Her name is Monica.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's great.
How about Dolly Parton? How old is she? She's over 55.
Well, maybe.
You think?
Yep. I'm proving my case all the time, guys.
You prove nothing.
Tom's Turkey Neck says Tom needs to get donkey punched. What's a donkey punch? A kick?
Yeah.
To a particular area.
Well, holier than thou leftist, I'm not reading your text. Only because, bro, like, I don't understand sometimes, like, I get, like, arguing a point where you, like, have some, I don't know, validation. A point. But, like, when you just constantly, like, screenshot and, like, dig stuff up from the internet and, like, copy and paste that, and then you want us to read through all that. Like, we know you didn't come up with that stuff all on your own. You ripped it from some left freaking website. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Tell us how you
Halle
really
Berry's
sound.
worth $90 million.
Yeah.
I thought she'd be worth more than that.
I mean, there's a whole slew of women over 50 who are actively involved in movies.
I mean, considering Rosie O'Donnell, how much money was she worth?
Like
80?
No, like 18, right?
No, it was more than that.
Was it? Okay.
This texter says Sandra Bullock, she's 60 years old.
Yeah. And
been making movies for a while.
And made a couple like
Sandra Bullock's
last year.
older than 60.
No, that's about right.
But can you name, though, guys, the actresses right now that are young? I got two of them, the Ashley Smashley sisters.
We are so late, and you're going to really go off a rail.
No more donuts, Tom.
Ashley Smashley? Who the hell is Ashley Smashley?
Some chick in the porn he's watching, I'm sure.
Oh, the twins on that little show, Open House.
Tom, the only case you prove is that you're an idiot. And we'll repeat
Are you
these really
talking
quick.
about Fuller House?
Yes, Ashley Smashley.
Your left-wing texters are just like Tom. They have nothing intelligent to say. I agree, Jody. And hey, Monica, one time they asked me if I was bilingual, and I told them no, I only like girls. Good morning, Monica. And guys, Tom is the biggest dummy ever. He proves it all the time.
You know, in the overnight show, we had a statistic that says too much sugar can actually make you dumb. Like, for real.
Machina. There
Yeah,
is
he
such
must be
thing as a
sucking on
donkey
a Alma
punch.
Joy over there. That's the only thing I could figure. All right, let's take a break. We're coming back. Good news, Tradio, and more on the way. News this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Payne in Roswell. Over 1,000 firearms in stock, handguns, rifles, shotguns. They've got them all, lethal and non-lethal personal protection. 575-622-0023. Zia Guns. Stop in and see them in Roswell. Don't forget, closed Saturday, open on Sunday, 1907 North Payne in Roswell. Coming back, good news of the day up next, 9:15 already. We're being the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. The Atlantic releases more texts from the defense group chat as National Security Advisor Mike Waltz takes responsibility for a journalist being added to the encrypted signal chat on U.S. military strikes against Houthi rebels.
We're going to get to the bottom of it.
He tells Fox the Ingram angle he doesn't understand how the journalist's info replaced the contact info of the military official who is supposed to be on the Signal group chat. The White House says the Atlantic concedes these were not war plans. The incident took over the annual Senate hearing on worldwide threats, which concerns Congresswoman Claudia Tenney.
They're going to seize on this again, and they're not going to talk about the real things that we're facing, like China. They're going to talk about climate change.
President Trump orders the FBI to open the files on its Russia collusion investigation of candidate Trump, dubbed Crossfire Hurricane. America is listening to Fox News.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, You call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
As a single mom, it means a lot to me to have a strong banking relationship. With the cost of living as it is, I have to make the most of every dollar I make.
Every member has different wants and needs. That's the basis of relationship-based personal service. A strong credit union is built on strong relationships. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number, you're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, where our business is built on dreams and imagination. Right now, the Lincoln County real estate market has more buyers than sellers. What does that mean? It means that the local market of inventory of houses and ranches is low, but we have plenty of buyers ready and willing to purchase properties. So if you've been considering putting something on the market, it's a good time to get top dollar for your investment. Telephone my team of seasoned professionals at 575-257-3000. That's Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, online at rudoso-nm.com.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day. Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
Pharmacy 575 is excited to welcome nurse practitioner Jessica Barrera to their team. From primary care to minor injuries, she is ready to care for our community. Walk-ins are welcome, but appointments are preferred. Offering the My Daily medication program with pre-dose packaging, wellness consultations, weight loss plans, and more. Go see Pharmacy 575 at 305 East Sanger, Suite 600, or call 575-263-2908. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Pharmacy 575. Your health, their priority.
This Lovington Sports Report is brought to you by Norley Hospital District. United in service, trusted for life.
Lovington Medical Clinic offers extended hours for your convenience. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with same-day or next-day appointments for your minor injuries, minor illnesses, and minor wounds. Call us today at 575-396-6611 to schedule your next appointment.
Lovington was the 8-5 winner over Roswell when they last played one another 2 weeks ago, but their luck changed this time around. Lovington fell just short of Roswell by a score of 8-7 on Saturday. Now the Wildcats have taken an L in back-to-back games right after they put a hurt on Clovis with a sharp 13-3 victory. Lovington's record is now at 4-5. But the Wildcat squad is looking forward to the support of their home crowd as they will square off against Dexter in a doubleheader with the first game at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. And the Wildcats will face Loving in the first round of a tournament starting on Thursday.
This Lovington Wildcat Sports Report was brought to you by Norley Hospital District. United in service, trusted for life.
The following program is for entertainment purposes only.
We don't get fooled again.
Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and ride.
Actually, it's a beautiful voice and a beautiful accent. The only problem is I can't understand a word you're saying.
Conservative values, conservative talk. On B and the Breakfast Club. Call 877-396-W105.
Listen up, maggots.
Your morning briefing starts now.
It's already 9:21. Good news of the day. Still to come. Morning show being brought to you by La Tienda in Carlsbad. Tried the taco bar. And while you tried the tacos, you're going, man, these tortillas are awesome. You can pick up some tortillas made from scratch right there. They make them multiple times a day at La Tienda in Carlsbad. Specials going on right now. The center cut pork chops, $1.99 a pound. Also, the split fryer breast, $1.69 a pound. Cooked shrimp, $5.99 a pound. Beef, arm roast, $4.99 a pound. Also, iceberg lettuce, get a head for 99 cents. Also, 2 avocados for $4. And you can get delicious red apples, 2 pounds for $1. Also, from the produce department, jalapeno peppers, 99 cents a pound. Russet potatoes, 5-pound bag for $2.29. From the deli department, you can find many, many specials in the deli department. And if you're looking for beverages, they've got you covered there. Bud Light, Coors Light, and Miller Lite for $9.99 for the 8-pack. Check it out. Those are the 16-ounce cans. Check it out today at La Tienda, full-service liquor store. Plus, they've got everything you need. La Tienda in Carlsbad. Tom on the text.
All right. So this text is saying,
all right,
Betty White
okay.
was acting into her 90s, and Carol Burnett, well, she's still acting. How about Jamie Lee Curtis is the main role in the Freaky Friday Part 2, says the texter. Over the hills.
Over the hills.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, I bet Betty White could. I bet Betty White would. I bet she could do Britney Spears. Yeah, I think she would. I think she'd be good. Yes. No
Just
doubt.
like that Destiny real estate commercial, Tom's manhood is based on dreams and imagination. And that's it.
I had a dream yesterday, guys,
Well,
that some guy asked me to be a mule.
to bring over somebody?
So what do I want to be a mule for? So I'll get caught. I'll go to jail.
No, he meant jackass.
No,
Yeah.
that's what you told him.
Yeah, I'll get in trouble, man. I ain't gonna.
To bring over drugs.
Yeah, and
He wanted you to be the coyote.
And there was a undercover guy. I said, I know who you are. Get out of here, man.
You told him that?
Yeah.
I'm smarter than that.
Now, just wait.
I
This was
know.
today. The story was a dream. In a couple weeks, it'll be something
Tomorrow
that
it'll
happened.
be real. Yeah, it'll be real tomorrow.
Yeah, stuff happens.
In Florida, a woman driving a Mercedes allegedly hit a bicyclist.
Oh, no.
And kept going.
Yeah.
Because she did not want to be late for her golf lesson. By the way, she was arrested.
Well, yeah. I think that cyclist had a camera on his bike.
Yeah, she didn't want to be late. And the final days of the Postal Service before the changes take effect, they say delivery times could be delayed.
And by the way, with the bicyclist thing, I just want to point out that waiting and going around safely would have cost her about 20 seconds.
Well, if you do hit somebody, I mean, the right thing to do is call. So they said big changes coming at the Postal Service, leaving Americans waiting even longer for their packages. So what you're saying, don't use the Postal Service, use FedEx or use UPS. Is that what you're saying?
Probably.
So they're saying first class mail has lost a lot of money. And they're trying to adjust because the Postal Service has lost $36 billion over the last 10 years.
It's a lot of money.
What's Leon gonna do about
11% of customers, they say, will receive slower delivery times for multiple days. Tom, how often do you go to the post office?
Every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks. Wow. Every 3 weeks.
And my P.O. box.
So what you're saying,
I'm gonna hate to ask this, but why do you go every 3 weeks?
When I get in the mood to go.
So what you're saying, they're not very important to you.
What's a bunch of
The
junk
need
mail?
is not there. The need. So are you saying the need is not there?
To have my mail delivered?
Yes.
Only reason I got it is because they don't deliver it to my RV unit.
Yeah, I can never get a decent answer. I can never, ever get just a direct answer. I wish I could. I really do. Whew. Monica, is the Postal Service important to you? How often you check the mail?
I actually check our mail daily. And while it is important for like government notices, because, the government's not going to email you. I mean, they could, but most of like government emails and communication or government communication that I've received has been through old-fashioned mail.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that could change.
It could change. Absolutely.
That could change. I mean, we are living in a digital society now.
Yeah, but you still.
All right, Blake.
Yes, the post office is still important for all of the things like Monica was talking about. You can't count on digital notification for a lot of the government stuff like you're talking about, right? And so there has to be some sort of delivery service for those things, whether it's a package or a letter or whatever. Not saying what that model needs to be or not be, but having that service available is important. Does it need to be a government or a quasi-government agency?
No,
probably not.
FedEx delivers like letters.
But does...
They're not going to deliver junk mail.
Yeah, they will if they get
No.
paid for
That's
it.
all they deliver
What's the
sometimes.
use of junk mail? To kill trees?
Right.
Well, they pay for it. You know, the people who have it delivered, they're the ones paying it. But the post office could make money right now if on those junk mail mailings that everybody's talking about,
right,
if they stopped giving them reduced rates and made them pay the same rates as everybody else.
Right. I think most people would pay more not to get the junk mail.
And make that
There
be
you
an
go.
option.
That's how you make money.
You know what? That's a great idea.
That's how you make money.
Yeah, I'm saying there are ways to do it.
Yeah, Nancy Wilson of Hart says she's embarrassed to be an American.
Hi. Cool.
So, thank you. I appreciate that.
She's the blonde guitar player, by the way.
Yeah, maybe you should move to like Ireland or somewhere. I think that'd be awesome. All right, good news of the day this morning being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D and Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. You can take care of all your insurance. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
Well, if I hit the button. A single-engine plane went missing in Alaska on Sunday, and you may have heard about this. The pilot and 2 kids were on board, but a bunch of other pilots went looking for them and found them alive the next morning because they had crash landed on a frozen lake about 80 miles southwest of Anchorage. Now, the reason they found them is they had been stranded for more than 12 hours and were found on the wing of the airplane. That's how the other pilot spotted him when he was flying over. So there you go. And a town in Switzerland is letting doctors prescribe trips to art museums to help with stress. Now you get in for free with the doctor's note. And if it's successful, they plan to try it with other things like theater tickets. Kind of interesting. Now, did this guy accidentally just sell his soul is the question that you're going to be asking on this. A man in Michigan won $500 after playing the lottery, the pick 3, his numbers, 6, 6, 6.
Oh.
Then he used $100 of it to buy more tickets and won $2.4 million
Oh, man.
for playing the numbers 666.
Devil's money.
So did he sell his soul? That's the question. But anyway, good news is he won $2.4 million. And Kevin, that is all the good news today.
All right, we're going to take our break, and then we'll turn things over to Russ Black. Tradio is coming up next. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job. Give them a call this morning if you got problems with the heater or the air conditioner. 575-631-1999. Enrique Rocha, call him today. He's our go-to guy. He can take care of all your HVAC problems. 575-631-1999. We'll see you tomorrow for the Thursday edition of Being the Breakfast Club. Tom will be back with lots of dumb things to say. You can book on that.
You missed me.
Yeah. Russ Black up next on Tradio on Being the Breakfast Club. We're